guys know it is Drunken Chat, son.
Hello, everybody. Just like the man says it, welcome to It's Drunken Chat, son. I am your co-host, Chitlins, Greens, and Cornbread, on the Comic Crusaders Network. Happy again with my brother from another mother, Mr. Blind Adam. How's it going, sir? Doctor.
It's going well. I guess told you in before we went on. Uh, still recovering from the cataract surgery, and things are going well.
Yeah.
And one day,
Fellas,
one day
what's
at a
up?
time, it's getting better. So I can't complain.
Yeah, man. Freaking, you have been a survivor of life, man, doing everything you can, spreading love in the comic book industry, as well as getting your PhD in titties, man. So,
Testify. I had
where did
that from day one, son.
So we just had Chris, and he just disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, he was just there. I don't know where he went, but all right. I guess we'll just wait for him to pop back on. But otherwise, yes, absolutely freaking fantastic. Great news if we can hear about your eyes and your health and everything. Getting
So
just a little bit better quickly every day. Um,
yeah, so it's not gonna be anything spectacular, but just a little bit more light into the retina, just into the optic nerve has been helpful. So you know, uh, I'll take care of the other eye when the time comes.
yeah,
Pressure down from there from like 37 to where it's supposed to be.
yes, sir. All right, so let's, of course, as we start off, we just really want to give a shout out to the people that are joining us so far. GT Key Comics, what's going on? Derek Neiman, Tino73,
Hey,
and Eugene and Song. Um, yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining in with us. Drunken Shark Time, of course. And here we go with one of our other esteemed gentlemen. He's not just a good guy. He's not just a bad guy. He is the motherfucking greatest. Everybody, how's it going, Sir Christopher?
Pretty good, man. It's free comic book day, dude. It doesn't get much better than that, right?
It does, man. It really doesn't, man. Because it's a good time for people of the same interests get come in, and not have to really spend a lot of bunch of freaking money, and peruse what's going on in the freaking comic book store. It's freaking amazing. Um, Probably has a little FPS. So I mean, did you go there? Did you do some Saturday warring and freaking go out and freaking try and get some stuff?
I'm personally, dude. I never go out and chase free comic book day books, but I did step out and get a chance to stop over at a shop close by me, and I picked up a few things, and then put in an order for some bundles.
Mm.
Only because the main things that I was looking for, of course, are gone. And when I went back to look to see if they're still orderable, I think they may be.
Now, which
So,
ones were you looking for?
um, I know you got that first appearance of Baruto. Um,
Talk about wait, is that the manga?
yeah, it was a manga
Okay,
book, and it's definitely it's supposed to be the first appearance of Baruto
yeah,
in comic book format. Then there was Black Mirror.
yep.
I don't know if it was necessarily called Black Mirror,
It was called
but
Black Mirror. Yeah.
okay, so that as well. And then Minecraft seems to be sold out. Well, not sold out, but they were completely gone at multiple places I was hearing. And
Hmm.
then the Def Leppard book was amongst the first to go as well.
The Trucker book. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to get a bundle of those because when I got to looking through Marvel, I got to read it because it was some interesting things in there. Although um I was kind of surprised this year, dude. It was a lot more books this year with actual substance than it has been
Hmm.
in a little while. Usually we only get
Yeah.
like 3 or 4, and this year we got like 10.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson, man, because they gave us a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of the stuff from last year was just rewrites or just facsimiles or some freaking duplicate bullshit, right? So it was great to see that we actually got some new freaking stories and some new characters in some of these. To include, I forget the name of the Transformer, the new Transformer that looks like he's a fucking pin or some shit. I
Yeah,
haven't even opened up my freaking
The worst
freaking
transformer ever.
yeah. I haven't even opened up most of my freaking free comic book day boxes yet. Yeah, that one was out there. The Black Mirror. I could see that freaking coming because that is an ongoing. That's just a franchise right now, right? Um, without any type of merchandising. So that was kind of going to be always going to be kind of interesting. The Boruto, yeah, it's always if you got that, do not hold on to those, man, because always for like the first month or so, there's some buzz around and hot around it, but after that, people forget about what the fuck it is, and then they could care less, man. Freaking, um, I got stacks of the shit. I think it was like Hunter X from last year or X something some bullshit. People were hot on my ass about it last year, and then now I got it, and people don't give a fuck about it. So, give a shout out to Mr. Tony Fixit. How's it going, brother?
What's up,
yeah.
Tony?
Those books, to be honest with you though, like I definitely understand what you're saying, but they just haven't given us like anything that is worth something. Give you example. Couple years ago, we got that Uncanny Avengers, and we got the first appearance of Win in it, right? And that was probably like one of the best like free comic day books we had in a while, as well as
Hmm.
it was one more, the Solo Leveling manga one. Those are two that I still see
Yes.
people talk about to this day. So
Yeah. So solo leveling is weird, right? Because the book is absolutely great, but now that it's an actual in this cartoon in this anime form, it's not that fucking great, right? So the hype around solo leveling is not that good, and then trying to turn it over to a comic book is another freaking thing. So it's tough on that one, man. But the One Piece one, that one was hot for at least a good month or two, and then people was like, fuck it. People don't give a shit about that one either. Let's
yeah,
see, who is mine?
I still actually do well with that one, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, man, I normally bring stacks of them to conventions where the voice actors are doing signing.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
and then the
Which is the
other
reason why I bought a couple bundles. It's like I do
there
a lot
was
of events where the voice actors are on it, so
there was a couple other things too, that
the, the one thing I wasn't able to get that I still want to see if I can get a bundle of is that Thundercats Powerpuff Girls thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't get it, let me know. I definitely, I know I at least have at least one copy of that bullshit.
Yeah, like
I tried reading it. I was unsuccessful.
like I said, I'm
It
doing a
was
signing with
terrible.
Larry Kenny later in the year, so
another one that I didn't hear a whole lot of talk about was the Dr. Seuss sampler. And that was like your first appearance of Sam I Am, Cat in the Hat, and the Grinch in
fuck
a
Cat in the
standard
Hat.
comic book. You know what I mean? I didn't go too heavy on it. I just grabbed four of them, but I thought it was significant. I know, at least to my childhood, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Cat in the
Um,
Hat, bitch.
man, such vitriol. It's kid stuff, man.
I'll smack.
Blind Adam hates the Tooth Fairy, and he hates Santa, and oh,
No, no, Cat in the Hat, man.
fantasy creatures hate to see Adam coming down the street, man. He's up to fucking wreck everything.
But Big Bird's my boy, man.
Well, have you donated to PBS, man? I heard they're going to be hurting for cash pretty soon, man. They're getting defunded.
Interesting.
It is because they've got all types of ways to make their own revenue. They've got Sesame's Place. They've got Sesame Sesame Place concert. They've got a Sesame Place
What,
hotel.
so that Sesame Place theme park is still around?
Yeah, Yeah,
Damn.
believe it or not, which is crazy in this day and
30-40
age. Yeah, shit. In fact, I think they're getting ready to close some freaking parks down around my way. Like fucking what's it called? Great Six Flags, Great Adventures. I, they're fucking closing that shit down next month. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, you guys got a Six Flags out there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
got
got a
one
Six
close.
Flags. Yeah,
Yeah,
never
we have
been because I never been because I don't fuck with YNs like that, man. There's too many of them
I know.
roaming
I
around,
haven't been
and
there in
no
a good
adults.
years.
Yeah, you don't want to go there because people just let their fucking grown ass kids just roam around with no. It's supposed to be if you're under 17, you're supposed to have some type of adult supervision. No, these motherfuckers just roaming wild, man. No money, no not getting on rides and having fun. They just roaming, eyeing
yeah.
everything. Like, goddamn.
Most of the time, like, uh, I know a lot of people use Six Flags for like their senior skip day, day after prom type shit. People go to Six Flags a lot. We had one up there between Illinois and Wisconsin that we would go to in Gurney Mills, and it was always a good time. You know, compared to some of the shit I've seen out here, because it's kind of dead out here, dude. In fact, it's scary dead out here.
That's what you
Um,
want, man. You know
No,
why?
dude, you do not want that. That lets you know the economy is not only fucked, people are losing their jobs, and it is all fucked up in Vegas right now. They're doing
Oh,
these
you're talking about
massive,
Vegas. I didn't know you
yeah,
were out
dude,
in Vegas because
dude,
I heard it.
they're doing
I heard the
massive,
MGM just lay a bunch of people off.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. They're doing massive fucking firings right now. They're laying people off left and right because they were expecting, some odd millions of people to come through this year. Of course, summer vacation, the whole nine, right?
yeah,
It is completely dead out here. I mean, there's videos circulating all over the internet right now of the MGM Grand being like bare stripped empty, like not a soul in the motherfuckers, dude. The regular local casinos, not a soul in that motherfucker, dude. And yeah, it looks like some scary end time shit because you always expect like the strip to be packed or at least quite a few people on it, and nothing, dude. It's scary type shit. Like you if you wanted to shoot like
apocalypse movie.
apocalyptic movie right
Yeah.
now would be like the perfect fucking time to do it, because I mean there is absolutely nobody out there, dude. And it's been like this for a couple of weeks now. So
Well, you know what they fucked up because not only did they make everything so much more expensive,
mhm.
but then they also expanded, right? So MGM, which is one of the best freaking hotels and casinos that are out there that are in Vegas, they actually expanded out where I'm at, or more towards I think like the DC area, or is it like the harbor area, National Harbor area? That's where they're at. And it's a great, fantastic freaking joint. So what that means is, if I want to freaking just go get crazy, instead of going all the way out to freaking Las fucking Vegas and having to get a fucking plane, I could just get in my car and just drive through the fucking National Harbor and freaking just get crazy over there, man. So that's kind of where they freaking messed up and got kind of fucking greedy. And then also, if you want to freaking gamble now, right? You don't have to. Once again, you don't have to go to Vegas anymore. You can just do it online. So they got freaking greedy once again, and they
And
fucking themselves up.
every time I turn around, I see fucking an ad for sports betting.
Yeah, FanDuel,
And it was
DraftKings.
like, I don't know what their advertising budget is, but every time I turn around, there's a fucking. And then the only fucking people I know that can be the drug dealer and the rehab all in the same commercial too.
Yeah, trust me,
Like, well,
man.
you have
Pretty
to call
soon you're gonna hear.
this 100 number and we'll, and do it
Yeah,
responsibly. And I was like, all right.
there's no such fucking thing, man. Look, pretty soon you're gonna hear about these guys freaking buying all the freaking networks. Right? It's gonna be fucking crazy. ESPN, no, it's not gonna be a fucking thing. It's gonna be like ESPN presented by fucking FanDuel or fucking DraftKings or some shit, man. They're gonna own that fucking shit, man, because people, even the athletes, they can't freaking help themselves. Like 2 or 3 athletes this week got freaking caught up. There's rumors about Brittany Greer, right, who just got out of fucking Russian prison, that she might have gotten caught up in some freaking betting shit, which is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
dude, it's insane. Because being in Nevada, there's so much shit that's usually going on, but they invested so much fucking money into, building this place up and bringing all these different things here, like the Formula One race. We just had WrestleMania here. They're like trying to, you know, blow this up as the entertainment capital of the world instead
but
of it
then they
being,
fucked up. But Chris,
yeah,
they fucked up. The
they jacked up
F1,
prices twice in 2024,
yeah,
which is what
during
I,
started it.
no,
Formula One 2 years ago was a shit show.
yeah, well, because and people
Yeah.
were pissed off because what they did was because usually if you're at the hotel or walking by the hotel, you can freaking um, walk through this little walkway and you can see what's going on with the F1 Formula joint.
They
They
blocked
got
that
pissed
shit off
off.
and
Yeah,
ripped
yeah,
that
they
shit
blocked it
down.
off. So what does that mean? Now I'm like, fuck this hotel, fuck Formula One,
Oh, that's not
right?
even the worst horror story of that. That's just me. Like if I was on the strip and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go look at it." They block that shit off for regular motherfuckers like me, right? But the people that I feel bad for is the people that paid, the $2,000-3,000 for tickets, and then they saw a practice lap. Then one of the cars fucking crashed, and then all of a sudden, like they postponed the show till later that night to the point where they just had to cancel it. And then they didn't even give people back their money. They told
Mm.
people that they would give them $200 in merchandise. What the
What
fuck do
the
you
fuck?
mean? Yeah, dude,
Yep.
that's what they did with that Formula One shit. So I'm expecting them to move that shit again because um, that it was
Yeah,
already bad off to a bad start to me.
yeah. I mean, look, we know that for every sport that's out there, the Saudis are hot on the heels of everybody. If you fuck up, the Saudis got money like that where they can fucking move that shit, buy it out, and move it wherever the fuck they want to. And if you think I'm fucking around, think about what X1 is. Golf was fucking up after the whole Tiger Woods debacle. Nobody gave a fuck about freaking golf anymore. The athletes were feeling uh, not appreciated. So the Saudis came in, built X1, and say, all right, come on over to fucking Saudi Arabia and play over here. And that sure as shit, that fucking worked. Now fucking golf is acting right. Starting to treat their people a little bit fucking better. Finally. You know? Um,
At the end of the day, it's golf.
at the end of the day, yes, it is fucking golf. It's a difficult sport that you only get close to mastering when you're fucking old, like an old fucking fart. And by then, your fucking back's hurt, your fucking knees fucking gone, your fucking elbows fucking gone. Man, it's a brutal fucking sport, man. Um, but I digress. What is the word? Let's get into start talking about some actual comical stuff as I freaking not drink responsibly. This Van Zellers and Company Portal White.
So
I yesterday got to see Thunderbolt, man.
I was literally just about to ask that shit. Adam, did you see it?
He
Not
see
yet.
shit. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Fuck. You know,
I mean,
uh,
because
I'm
I
gonna
have
see it tomorrow.
I have a younger brother who's cool. Yeah, everything was spoiled for me, so it's like go ahead.
all right then, fuck it.
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's go
I
ahead.
already know everything that happened anyway, so
Well, let's keep it going. So, if you guys have not watched the movie, we're gonna start talking about it at the 20-minute mark. Just gives you time to pause it, go freaking do whatever, and we'll talk about it for about 10-15 minutes. You can drop back in. No mas. But shit, I can tell you what, man. Freaking the Thunderbolts movie was the first time in a long time that I was in the theater, and at the end of the movie, everybody was clapping. That everybody was happy at what they actually just fucking saw. Now, I live in a city with a bunch of old grumpy people, so to get them impressed by a fucking movie is actually kind of fucking hard. Um, what about you? What was the reaction in your part? So it was, Chris.
Everybody was excited, especially for the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene, the second post-credit scene at that, you know, got everybody fucking geeked. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the films that didn't necessarily disappoint me. It wasn't extreme over the top, but it was still like a pretty good fucking movie. Um, I like the way that they did this movie altogether when they portray the way they portrayed mental health and they kind of touched on multiple aspects of it. Fucking great.
Yeah, that was okay. Like it was good. It brought the appropriate type of gravitas to the situation, right? Because you know, going into it, walking into the theater, I was talking with my son, and he was talking about, well, nobody knows who these freaking people are. Nobody's going to care about these freaking characters, and his whole attitude changed because started to realize, oh shit, we do realize who these people are because we do understand what their trauma is and the shit that they actually went through. And for the first time in a long time, Marvel decided to treat it as the way it is and how it can actually affect your performance and like you said, your mental health. And I definitely appreciated that. That was really freaking good. Like because you can say, hey, freaking, I don't know fucking who White Widow is. Well, actually, we fucking do. Lost a sister, lost a family, was constantly uprooted. You know, fucking had to do some crazy shit when she was a fucking kid. Right? What about freaking the fake Captain America? Right? I don't know who he is. Well, actually, we fucking do. Right? The guy that never really knew who he was, trying to live up to some symbology. In the meantime, um, is absolutely freaking leaving behind his actual fucking family.
And you know what? I felt like he was kind of like the shining star in this film. To be honest with you, at first I was
That's
kind of
his
weighing
perspective.
towards Red
More so than
Guardian.
Red Guardian.
That's what I was saying. Like at first he was Red Guardian, and then I'm not gonna lie though, like the way John Walker was through the whole movie, it kind of like made me gravitate towards him because he was actually fucking funny throughout the film. He had a lot of little moments that, made him shine to me, especially when they, needed to get out of that facility when they were all about to be killed, and they had to work together. I felt like he was the one that kept the comedic type of um, just feeling of the movie in general. Like he made it's the movie is dark, all right. So the comedic relief throughout it wasn't over the top, and it wasn't like bare minimum. It was like perfect. It was like it kind of blended in perfectly with the film, with what they were trying to present it. So I honestly got more of a Dark Avengers vibe than anything. Um, the only problem that I see is like I don't know, dude. I feel like they took that whole last scene, of course, from Dark Reign, right? Dark Avengers #1. But, they're going towards a new Avengers direction. So I just feel like, dude, I thought that was a nice little nod to Dark Reign, but like,
Hmm.
are we ever gonna get any further into that particular story? Because this was like fucking Dark Reign's MCU style to me.
I don't think we need to worry about that right now. right? Because there's been several times when they'll walk up something to write just up to a situation, and then when people are like, "Well, that should be in this," and then they'll kind of rewalk it back. I was like, "All right, now we got this villain. It should have been from this thing." Oh, what the fuck is going on? Sort of like the whole uh, Venom and Gore and freaking Void situation. Right? This is uh, it's frustrating, right? Because the one good thing that Disney has always done is that they do pay attention to audiences, right? And then they try and do put up fillers, and if it works, they're like, "Oh yeah, let's go this way." But the problem is they don't recognize when that should have been the thing to begin with, when they should have put more effort, like the whole Gore situation. They've kind of fucked it up. So I believe that you're correct. I think this was like a filler for the whole Dark Reign situation. They're going to fill it out, right? Um, they're and it's a good place to put it because you have these characters that nobody really knew before now, right? I noticed for I noticed and for it's kind of funny that they didn't have Sam Wilson in this freaking thing. They mentioned his name, right? But they didn't put him in there. But then they got these other freaking characters, absolutely freaking great.
See, like I feel like Sam Wilson already got his time to shine, not only with his own
He's not
film,
going to shine. It's a
but
fucking
look
terrible.
in
It's just
in
terrible.
Endgame when it fucking ended and Steve Rogers is passing him the torch. That was in front of the world, and I feel like that was his moment to me. Going on beyond that, I think he's gonna have more moments because we're definitely gonna get a dynamic of these two new teams, right? But in the same token, I just feel like the characters
I'm going
that
to
we
stop you
got,
there, Chris. He hasn't had his fucking moment, right? He's
Eh,
because
dude, he's had several.
See,
they've
I
tried,
disagree.
right? They've
I
tried.
disagree. He's had a couple moments, man.
They've no, they look. They've tried several moments. They've tried the shit, but the way that they've pushed on the trauma of these characters, they never did that with Sam Wilson, and that's why nobody will accept him as freaking Captain America.
No, we know
They're not
why they
gonna. They're not gonna.
won't
You
accept him,
know,
bro.
freaking
But
when we latched on to freaking Steve Rogers, right? We knew what the fuck he was going through, man. He was the smallest front of the fucking litter, and he had to overcome a whole bunch of bullshit, right? Sam Wilson is like, oh, he's black. Oh, all right, now, like, no, what the fuck? And then you try to freaking go around it with the, oh, this guy was the first actual fucking Captain America before Captain America, and he had to hell go. And then when he came back, they locked him away because like. And then they kind of went away around the whole Tuskegee Airmen thing. Like, yo,
but look, bro, look. We have grown with Sam Wilson quite a bit, dude.
no, we haven't.
And he, dude,
No, he
back
is.
when
That
he was,
Sam Wilson's not my Captain America. Don't do that.
he's been on the screen for at least 7 fucking
But
years
he's terrible. He's terrible.
I mean, but
He,
that's a personal opinion. But like I said, he
he-
showed up. He was Falcon in what the fuck movie was that, dude?
Winter
yeah,
Soldier.
exactly.
I think it was Civil War. I think he showed
uh,
up. Was it in Civil War first? It's right
Yes, he
before
first
Civil
shows up
War.
in Winter Soldier.
Right, Winter Soldier. So since Winter Soldier, right? Um, we have like delved into his trauma already. We did that in Falcon and
what
Winter Soldier.
trauma? What
Like, man,
trauma? That
this
he's broke?
no, the whole
Welcome
aspect
to being a
of
black man in America. He's broke.
no, the
That's
aspect
trauma.
that I got from him was okay. Well, first of all, you're not a fucking superhero. You don't have like a super soldier serum or none of that shit. You got some fucking wings that the military gave you. So you're just a fucking dude at this point. But you basically went from that and then being passed the mantle from Captain America and then dealing with feeling accepted in that role. I thought that's what we watched in Falcon and Winter Soldier when he finally embraced that shit. And then the movie was just more or less of him like stomping down on being a future leader of the team, basically. That's what I got from most of his shit. But the
He
people in
doesn't.
Thunderbolts,
He doesn't even
we
have a
also
fucking team right now.
Well, out of
Get one.
technicalities,
the
he
leader
does.
of one.
We just don't know what team it is because he has to have a team. They referenced it at the end of the film. They said that he
they
was suing the new Avengers for the moniker of fucking Avengers, meaning that he already has a team. Now he's suing them just to fuck with them because he know Bucky is over here,
they
and he
tried. You know
just
what? They
you
tried
know
that in the fucking comics. You know what ended up happening? They ended up just giving the team back to fucking T'Challa, who's
right. But I'm just
because
saying
nobody
because
gives a fuck about Sam Wilson right now.
you
Like
can
the dude is not fucking hitting it.
look, you can add people onto his team too because basically anybody that was fucking a part of Endgame and part of Phase 4 and a lot of the shit that just happened, I would expect them to be on his team. These are kind of like more or less anti-heroes to a degree to me. Like Thunderbolts, all of them had done pretty fucking horrible things. And they were all anti-heroes turned into like a team. So that gives me Dark Reign vibes off the bat. But then his team, I felt like they could possibly get into some Mighty Avengers type shit, but I don't know, dude. But I just
They
felt
can
like, dude,
try it.
we have
They,
fucking seen this man in like fucking at least 8 fucking films by now, haven't we? Like at least, dude. Like back in
hmm
Winter Soldier
And
to
no matter
Civil
how much they
War
push, yeah, no matter
to
how much they
fucking
push, yeah, no matter how much they push him, they try and push him on us. We just don't give a damn about Sam Wilson right now.
and I
Even
think
in
the
the
whole
freaking comics, they just had a freaking comic maybe a few months ago, and it did freaking terribly because
yeah.
nobody knows what's the fuck to do with him, which
Well,
is crazy.
personally, I think those books should be put up because maybe in a few years down the line, nobody would have bought them. Same way that nobody really bought his first appearance, like that Adam Hughes 1 in 50. Nobody bought that shit, but it's still, it's still a pretty penny book. I mean, it's not like it's cheap or anything.
Yeah, I'm not buying that shit.
Hey,
Sorry.
dude, I'm not advocating for
Yeah.
Sam Wilson. I don't give a fuck about the guy. But I'm just saying, like, I felt like we did get to know the guy since fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, whether that means I like him or I don't like him, I just felt like, dude, we've seen enough material with him in it to feel like I know him. So when it comes to
He
the
seems
Thunderbolts,
no,
I look
because
at Bucky the
here's the
same
thing.
way.
He seems like the dude that if he no, I don't look at Bucky the same way. That's not even close. I look at freaking Sam Wilson as if he rode up to a party and said, "Hey guys, you got any freaking beer and alcohol and some weed?" I'm like, man, this motherfucker's a fucking cop. Fuck that dude. But if Bucky rode up, I'm like, yeah, man, come on in, man.
But
Yeah,
that's because
fucking
we
yeah.
actually fucking like Bucky. All right,
Yeah, exactly. That's what
we'll
I'm
just
saying. We like
assimilate that.
fucking Bucky, but we don't, man. We don't fuck with Sam Wilson. Our people don't fuck with Sam Wilson. Ain't nobody.
Dude,
We fuck with T'Challa. We even fuck with Killmonger, right? We fuck with. I mean, we fuck with. The Queen. We thought that they fucking took the. What was her name? The Queen that got killed off in the Black Panther
talking
number
about
two.
his mom.
Yeah, his mom, right? We don't fuck with Shuri because there's something ain't right about her, right? We don't fuck with Riri, right?
Not at all.
And we don't fuck with Sam Wilson. Your most important demographic. We don't fuck with these people. We don't. So if we don't fuck with them, we don't expect anybody else to fuck with them.
But I mean, the people that we were gonna fuck with, they didn't even get a chance to make it to the screen. So, because I'm pretty sure we would have all liked Mahershala Ali's fucking Blade, and that's just even though they canceled that film, and yes, that shit is supposed to be officially canceled. Um, they're still gonna move forward and do a Midnight Suns team up with him. So, I think they're gonna use that to introduce him, I guess. But who knows? We're supposed to get a lot of one-off characters in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Maybe they may give us a little taste of him in there. I don't fucking know, but I feel like we the people fucked that up because after we saw Wesley Snipes, you know, we were too much riding his dick and never wanted to see a fucking John Wick Blade, basically.
Yeah, I think that's what they need to do. Freaking just go ahead and freaking bring on freaking Wesley Snipes back. Go ahead
Hey,
and bring
Ryan
his old ass
Reynolds,
back up.
I don't want to
let
keep
me
watching.
give him
Bring his ass
an
on
old
back.
Logan-style
Blade 3
send-off
was
movie too.
fucking terrible.
You said which one?
Trinity was terrible.
Yes, because
Fucking
they brought a whole
garbage.
bunch of because they brought up a whole bunch of people that we don't fuck with and try to make them part of the franchise.
And you know what? The craziest part is,
So was
dude,
Trinity the third
2
one?
is probably like one of my favorite fucking movies. I always fuck with 2. But number 3, like the way they did Dracula, fucking sucked. Okay, I was, they could have went a little bit more comic accurate with that. Maybe I would have looked at it a little different. But dude, I
Excuse
did
me,
not
Chris.
respect dude as Dracula.
Excuse me, Chris. Is Trinity the one with Jessica Biel in it?
Yes,
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
and
because
I forget who was the white guy that they
Ryan
played in there.
Reynolds.
See,
Ryan Reynolds, man. Ryan
see,
Reynolds, man. A Canadian pimp.
He's writing a new film, a Deadpool and X-Men team up film right now, which most people are assimilating to X-Force. So
they've got to handle their fucking legal situation fucking first, man, because nobody wants to see any shit from them right now. They are not going to be able to get over that shit until they fucking settle with dude.
what legal shit?
What do you mean? What legal shit? So their his wife Blake Lively
Oh,
did
you
a
talking about them? All right, yeah,
yeah
yeah, I
yeah
know
did
about
a
that.
fucking crazy ass fucking movie, and she was asking for all types of weird shit, and then when he would answer her, she then recorded all that shit, and it made it seem like he was doing all types of creepy shit.
Yeah,
Even though, and but what she didn't know is that he recorded and screen grabbed everything because he wanted to make sure that if this shit ever happened, that everybody had the right context, and they are looking fucking absolutely fucking terrible, absolutely
yeah.
fucking terrible.
And that would be a major blow to the MCU because if we don't get Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool anymore, that would like I don't know. I don't really feel like there's a replacement for him as Deadpool right now. You know what I mean? The same way we grew with characters all the way back from X-Men 2000, how everybody's pumped that their old ass is coming back for Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Mm.
I feel like people have grown to have some of that same attachment to Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool since Deadpool 1, you know? So I think that'll be a massive blow against the MCU. But hey, dude, I'm not gonna lie though. Shit happens, and Marvel has more than enough motherfucking material. They just need the right people in the fucking building to think of this shit, because it seems like a lot of their ideas, um, it's coming off of just straight comic events. You know what I mean? And so
Hmm.
I just wish that they would. It's almost like sometimes I feel like they don't have like a real like fucking legit comic guy. Like I don't feel like they're bringing Rob Jefferson in there to discuss what's gonna happen in these fucking movies, and they really should. Because Rob Jefferson. Now I'm not trying to big up the guy. I like the guy. I like what he does. He's been doing it for years, but they need that guy in the fucking room. To start making some of these films better, because I'm not gonna lie, like some of the films are just so Disney the fuck out that they miss so many things that it disappoints me. And it's getting to the point now where it's like they need to start bringing out some big hitters. That's why I'm so hooked on this Mephisto Ironheart shit, because I really feel like they need that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not fucking with Ironheart. Not because I don't think it's a good idea to do Ironheart. It's because I don't fuck with the actress. There's something off about the actress.
Yeah,
She,
don't get me
Excuse me, are
wrong.
they bringing in the same actress from Black Panther 2?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, our people,
I'm
we
out.
don't fuck with her.
I'm out.
Yeah, we don't fuck with her like that.
I'll
We
give
don't we
one
don't know
actor.
her.
What did we do? What did she do to us for us not to fuck with her?
It does. It's just so. I'm trying to remember the name of this freaking character. There was a was it Alex Bendis? Jeremy Bendis? Who's the guy that made Miles Morales?
Brian
Something.
Michael
Brian
Bendis.
Michael
There you
Bendis.
go, Brian Bendis, right? he made this one character, this black girl character for DC, and then within, I want to say a year or two, she actually had her own series, right?
Naomi? You talking
Yeah,
about Naomi?
yeah.
The show that ruined the entire Arrowverse?
Hmm. Now, it's not that the idea of her is bad. It's that the actress
Yeah,
that
the
played her,
execution was all horrible.
right? Yeah, it's not nothing that she did off the ground or anything like that. It's just that we don't fuck with her. She's just not fucking believable, right? Um, if you can bring some actual believability and accountability to what you're freaking doing, then we can fuck with you, right? Now, we're gonna give passes to like girls like Moon Girl, right? Because she's supposed to be so smart off the fucking hook, right? Whatever, but like and then and then for Riri, right? You can go with the whole smart kind of spectrum type deal, but you can't be fucking mean and try and be badass at the fucking same time, right? It's just not It's just not believable, and or at least bring some of that black girl magic to the freaking character. The character just can't freaking do that shit. Um, so yeah, we just don't fuck with her. Maybe put her in something else where she can develop it, and then we can fucking. But nah, for right now, we just don't fuck with her.
That's exactly why I said from the beginning that all we care about is Mephisto. So
Yeah. Styles So Serious says, nah, Chris, every motherfucker can be replaced. We've seen enough of fucking Reynolds.
yeah, I mean they can be, but it's just like that's like saying like, okay, I'm gonna fucking replace Magneto. You know what I'm saying? Not just Ian Keller's Magneto, but Michael Fassbender's Magneto too. Because I definitely like both of them motherfuckers. But I mean, what people do outside of this shit does matter. So, if that situation is that fucked up and it actually affected people to the point where they don't, fuck with Ryan Reynolds anymore, then so be it. But you know, he did that character fucking justice in the time that he did it.
Yeah, says. Styles So Serious is saying that we just don't like her name fucking Reevy. Um, no, no, don't get it fucked up. I like the character in the freaking comics. The actress, however, that's trying to play her I don't fuck with her. I don't
Yeah.
fuck with her. If she if she came to me and my freaking cousin fucking barbecue, she would not get a fucking plate. I hope that bitch brings her own fucking plate because we're not fucking serving her, man. Because shit looks weird. She just fucking looks fucking weird. Right? She looks fucking weird. She moves fucking kind of weird. She talks fucking kind of weird. Not type of fucking believable. Um, Even as like and once again, there are passes for like really fucking smart people because they're always going to be on the fucking spectrum. Even then, she didn't even really
Fuckers.
pass. Yeah, she didn't even pass for that. So once again, I'm not saying that she's not going to ever fucking get it. I'm saying that for right now, we need a little bit more material from her before I want to be like, oh yeah, she's fucking got it. In the meantime, I think Disney sees the same thing that I see because remember, we were supposed to have Armor Wars. Armor Wars was supposed to come out on Thursday.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But I mean, shit, Armored Wars was canceled a while ago, dude. That was like one of the first to get canceled.
Yep.
Now, the Ironheart shit,
Because the people that they had building up into it for freaking ass.
but I'm just gonna be honest, bro. I just feel like this Ironheart show. I feel like I don't really give a fuck about the whole show, dude. You give me 3 minutes of Mephisto, I'm pretty much fucking satisfied. All right. And that's how I feel about it, bro. If they give me 3 minutes of Mephisto, I will 5-star that bitch. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really care about the hood like that, and I don't. I mean, I like rereading the comics, but I'm not even gonna lie. The last little run with Red Hood, crossing over Ghost Rider and all that, that shit was actually pretty good. But I know that he's my ticket to Mephisto, and that's the only reason why I'm interested. because they've been saying this shit for 2 motherfucking years now. And if they do not put this guy in this film, in this show, dude, I'm gonna be fucking upset. You know, right? We can start there. But I'm just saying in general, dude. Been waiting for this shit for 2 years now.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't. If you're gonna bring Mephisto in, they needed to start in a Spider-Man freaking movie, not in a fucking Riri movie,
But see, that's
because
the thing. It's right there.
we need it. Yeah, we need to do the one more day. Start with the one more day freaking scenario. Then we got something, right? Then we get to cover down on the Miles Morales one more day. Then we get to cover on what happened with Kamala Khan and everything. And this shit will eventually start to make more fucking sense. But they've got some other freaking plan. I don't know what the fuck it is right now, but
Well, with
it's fine.
Mephisto, I mean, just adding him to the mix to me does a whole fucking lot. Number one, it goes back to that book, bro, that I bought. So the whole origin between Mephisto and Doctor Doom, that's why I want to see it so bad. I want to see that dynamic right there. I want to see that situation play out. And if we don't get Mephisto, then I just feel like that whole wish is dead, and I'm disappointed because I just figured with those two characters, one being mentioned almost 2 years ago, and then one, getting casted by the basically biggest MCU actor that there is. I had hopes of seeing that dynamic on screen.
We'll see, man. Freaking, there's talk, but nothing actual, you know, written down on fucking paper, right? No deadline that says, well, there's rumors, which is kind of, you know, weird for them that they had to say, well, it's a freaking rumor that this is freaking happening. Okay, fuck. Hollywood Reporter reports that we think somebody said something like this and that Mephisto is coming. All right, fuck.
And then
But
we also didn't touch on the post-credit scene, uh, that last one. And I just want to say, like, number one, it has me like really geeked to see Fantastic Four because for some reason I think Doom is in that shit. I don't think it's the Fantastic Four for some reason. You know?
yeah, so the problem is that we already know that the Fantastic Four are coming. If it had been like 2 years ago, right before we even knew who the actors were, then I would have been like, oh shit, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, but for me, I'm like, oh yeah, we know this coming. You know, probably when the movie's coming out, we know who the actresses and actors are. Big fucking deal. Big fucking whoop deal. I was actually pissed that I fucking stayed that long to fucking see that shit. I was pissed. If I knew that was the thing, I would have fucking left right after the first
Yeah,
post
since
credit
they
scene.
leaked the promo for the fucking stereo box was sold out.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
General
the
Mills.
only thing that it made me do, like when I saw it, is made me think of two things. Like, I know they do a lot of misdirect shit, and with Avengers Doomsday being the next movie after it, um, I was kind of hoping, that was actually like some type of surprise that we're gonna get towards the end of Fantastic Four. Maybe we don't see exactly who's in that shuttle until Doomsday. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, here's a question, man. Freaking because the trailer that we saw before the movie started was the that's what's even crazier. The trailer before the movie started was a Fantastic Four fucking trailer. That's why having those post credit scene is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Right?
and
It's supposed to be a fucking surprise. Right? Even if you haven't watched any fucking TV, blah blah blah. Okay, now we're gonna have a fucking trailer about the Fantastic Four before the fucking movie. Oh, now the post credit scene is supposed to be something to value. It's not. It's not fucking valuable. I know I'm sounding fucking grumpy as fuck right now, but goddamn,
I
there
just
needs to be some
figured
magic to this.
they could easily make it so that the misdirect was everybody thinking it's Fantastic Four because obviously it's their ship, right? But they could always throw you a curveball like, bitches, that was actually Doom, and now we're about to watch him touch down for the first time in the MCU and watch him wreak havoc in Doomsday. That I would rather see that, but who knows? Because like I said, I definitely we already know Fantastic Four is coming. Doom is in that package though, so he's coming with them. You know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
wondering how they were gonna make that happen because I didn't think if they um one of the rumors that leaked was that they were supposed to be fighting Doom at some point in the film, right? But if they were fighting him, then I'm wondering how did they all end up making it to the MCU anyways? You get what I'm saying? So I thought
Mm.
that maybe the TVA would say the Fantastic Four.
Well, here's a question. I mean, did you see the? We did your theater show the newest Fantastic Four trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's pregnant in that joint, right? So she's probably pregnant with Valeria, right? What do we think of Fantastic Four number 15?
What was that? First Valeria?
I've been
Yep.
buying them up for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, I buy them every time I see it. So
I don't see them as often as I used to anymore either.
I think she's a great character because she's like that sassy smart kid. You know what I mean? And she has such that dynamic relationship with Uncle Doom. So I would love to see that shit.
Hmm. What about his the son?
Franklin?
Yeah, that's Fantastic Four number
It's
four or
annual
maybe
number
five,
6.
6. Okay,
Yeah, it's annual number 6, I believe.
yeah, that
We're
sounds about
talking
right.
about Franklin.
Yes.
Fantastic Four Annual number 6. That's also if I'm not mistaken, I know Annihilus is on the cover. It's a red cover.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't know what to think about that.
That book
And
up there right now for a 9.8, you got people asking crazy shit like 80,000 for that book right now. I'm watching it just to see if somebody buys it.
shit.
Straight up.
Start seeing motherfuckers pop shit out. Let's see. Fantastic Four, number 15. I'm seeing it for. Why is my shit showing up in Canadian? Or are these the only fucking copies that are out there?
Uh, Style So Serious said Mephisto is a hard character to translate in the MCU without him looking goofy. You know, I feel like you're right to a degree, but at the same time, I mean, it's just a humanoid looking dude, red. You know what I mean? I don't think that's pretty goofy. I mean, we've seen different colored characters so far, like fucking Nebula, Drax. I mean, the only thing with him is he's just fucking red, so I don't think it'd be that hard.
Well, I mean, they don't all always have to be, red, right?
He needs to be
DC,
red for sure,
yeah. So, oh, we'll see. We'll see what they
unless he
decide to
does
do with
his
it.
his human aspect.
Yeah. So DC, there's a little known DC series called Lucifer,
Hell
right?
yeah,
WB, and then it went on a fucking
Netflix.
Netflix, right? Did fucking very well, absolutely fucking very well. And he wasn't fucking red, just fucking, he looked just like a fucking dude. Saved a lot of fucking makeup. Like anytime they needed them to show that he was doing some shit, he just made his contacts kind of like yellow and green and shit. It's kind of fucking weird. So I don't need a Memphis though that's in all that fucking makeup. I really don't. Just show me the crazy ass deals that he's making back in the back alley.
Like I said, I honestly think they're going to give us the greatest thing Mephisto is known for, and that's One More Day. Because
That would be the hope.
Spider-Man got to that part in his relationship where he's sellable to the devil in movies yet.
Yeah. That would be
We
the
already
hope.
did all that shit with No Way Home.
Yeah, the majority of that story did go into one No Way Home, but I mean, it's always ways that they can do things, especially with like Mephisto type of character he is. There's a lot of shit they can do with him. So, um, I just feel like with the hint that we got from Agatha, where they actually name dropped him, was a pretty good sign of them bringing him in. So, um, we'll just see if they do it because another character that I saw disappeared back into the shade was the Beyonder, because the Beyonder, even after the whole Jonathan Major situation, I saw multiple rumors of them still going forward with having the Beyonder as one of the villains in Secret Wars. So, it's a lot of shit that we're waiting for to see, but hopefully they do.
You ain't never gonna see the shit that you actually want to fucking see, man.
Yeah,
You
you're never gonna
never
see what
gonna see
you
that
really
shit.
want to see.
So, what about Andor? Have you guys been watching Andor at all?
Nope.
I'm in the first season, so once I catch up, I'll let you know. I am on Last of Us, and I fell asleep last night watching episode 3.
Yeah, Andor season one is passable. It's okay. It's good. Season two is a plane crash. It's fucking dumps of fire. It's got a plan that's there somewhere. It's just not watchable. Right? It seems to me like every fucking C plus or C type fucking apocalypse fucking movie. That's what it fucking seems to me. Where they ran out of fucking budget and they were like, okay, let's put everything out in the fucking woods or out in this fucking farmland, so we don't have to spend money on actual fucking buildings and shit.
I'll pass.
And hey, let's not fire any fucking guns or anything because we can't fucking pay money for people to edit the fucking laser shit. Man. It's once again, it's not bad. It's just that I've been sitting there so many times going, why the fuck am I
I
watching this
got
shit?
my fill of Star Wars just used with Skeleton Crew.
Fucking
It's probably the most
it's
I've
fucking
had with
bullshit.
Star Wars in a while.
Yeah. So we'll see how much. I forget how many more episodes we got, but it's okay. Eh, eh. No, we fucking. It's weird because we got treated to the whole acolyte, and they were starting to walk us back to the High Republic. Now we got this shit. It's fucking weird. All right, looks like it is time for us to actually start talking about actual fucking comics.
Grab something to drink
Let's
real
see.
quick.
Fuck General Mills. Say it one more time.
Full screen. What the hell that is? Here we go. There we go. All right, very quickly, what we're going to do is we're just going to go over some of the stuff that just came out this past week. And if I miss anything that you guys feel that we should highlight, just let me know. Once again, this is stuff that just came out this past Wednesday. What was that? Was that the 30th?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, Wednesday the 30th. Right. Some of the stuff is sold out at Midtown, such as, believe it or not, Batman, Superman, World's Finest 2025, the annual. This one was actually done by freaking
Damn good read,
Salvador.
too.
Kind of almost looks like it was done by freaking, Perillo or Delano. It's looking damn good. And for those that, looks kind of interesting for those that are into the hundred men versus gorilla type argument. Hey, who do you
Such
think
a
would win?
dumbass
100 gorillas
argument.
or 100 dudes or one fucking gorilla? Let
Uh,
me know in the chat.
One gorilla, man.
who the fuck is going first? That's all we need to figure out, and then I can tell you.
We like which dude?
Exactly. Who the fuck is going first? Give me 100 motherfuckers right now, and we'll ask each one of those motherfuckers who's gonna run at that gorilla first. And you guys are nobody's gonna be able to decide out of that 100. No bullshit. Unless we find
Well,
somebody that's fucked up on
I,
drugs out here crazy, bro.
I
Let's just
think
smoke a shit ton of crack and be like, yeah, I'll fight the gorilla first.
yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think the no, I think some of the context needs to be what are the rules, right? Like, and who are the people they were going to put in there? So it's got to be the average male, right? It's got to be average male internationally is like 5'6". Average weight is like 157 pounds, right? Average gorilla is like 345 to 500 pounds. Right? He can lift. Average gorilla can lift 2,000. Average PSI for his bite is about 1,300 pounds. Average strength for his feet. Remember, he can move his feet just like his fucking hands. Is about 1,200, 1,300. That's the minimum. That's the maximum for a bear.
It's not
like,
happening,
it's,
bro.
like, it's,
I don't give a fuck how many men do you have, and do we have weapons? Like, because if we're going in bare knuckle, then there's not a chance in hell that any of these 100 fucking men is gonna get a chance to hit this gorilla so hard that he either knocks him the fuck out or injures him. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. One gorilla will wipe his ass with 100 of us.
it's not
What,
so
what,
serious. You got to get this
what is
girl a
the
wash.
Bro, it's just fucking common sense because look, one fucking SWAT, he done broke fucking three of our rib cages, fucking four of our arms and shit. You know what I mean? And that was one blow. And I don't know too many niggas that's gonna keep
That's probably
fighting.
like one of his people blows at that.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
So where I'm coming from is experience with a fucking dude that's fucking heavier and bigger than you on the fucking football field. I was a linebacker when I was 16, 17 years old. And every once in a while, I would try to sneak through the fucking line to get to the fucking quarterback. And of course, at the line, there's, back then, average freaking lineman was maybe like 185 to 215. But a couple times a year, we had to go against this one school. And at the school, these were basically grown ass fucking men, right? These were fucking D1. These were about to be D1 motherfuckers, right? Where some of these guys, we were talking about. You're looking at the fucking piles list, right? And we're talking about fucking 17, 18 year olds that were averaging 315 to 320. So as I'm trying to sneak past these motherfuckers to get to the fucking quarterback, because they were whooping our ass, right? So we got a fucking rich quarterback. And I'm getting thrown away around like a fucking rag doll. I'm talking about one time I thought I got through, and I tried to fucking lunge, and this fucking offensive lineman just caught my ass, like ugh, and just threw me. I'm talking about we're at the fucking 25. He picks me up and throws me back to the fucking 30. Right? That's the kind of that's just a portion of the type of fucking strength you're messing around with these motherfuckers, man. With the with the fucking gorilla. Now, mind you, gorilla's average height is like 4'4", 4'4" to 4'6", right? But still, man, these motherfuckers are not to fucking play with, man.
Dude, they can a
Like,
fucking
gorilla.
gorilla
Yeah, the
can
dude,
rip
yeah,
your leg off.
that shit was fucking embarrassing because the fuck on the tape you can see the motherfucker caught me, threw me back, and then fucking engaged with another fucking dude, grabs his fucking jersey and just jiggle him around, and then and just do the dude. And the only reason why they didn't get the playoff is because the fucking quarterback was just sitting back there, just kind of just looking at what the fuck was going on. Just amazed and shit. Like, damn, his offensive line had his fucking back. But yeah, man, yeah, fuck that. All right, so yeah, first one we had out that was sold out is Interesting enough, a
That was
DC book.
by Salvador LaRocca.
Yeah, $6.99 though.
It was a
Six
good
ninety
read.
nine. Detective Comics 2025 annual #1. Yeah, all those annuals.
Yeah,
The
I
annuals for
remember
Detective Comics. Yeah,
that was
that's
my read
definitely.
of the week. That Detective Daniel. You want a really good Batman story? This was it.
Yeah. The solicitor says, "Batman, do not solve my murder." Those are the words written in blood that the world's greatest detective has found next to the body of a dead billionaire. Clues are few in this dead man's home, save for a book with the alarming title "How to End the Universe." Now armed with only questions, Batman got to set off to England to solve a murder against the deceased wishes. Sounds pretty fucking good.
It was my Batman read of the year so far.
Next up is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book. This one was incentive. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle: The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution number 5. It was a cover G by Kevin Eastman, black and white.
Yeah, I wonder how long ago was this shit really supposed to come out? Because I feel like this run has been
I
stretched
think
out.
this supposed to come out sometime last year. I think.
Yeah, dude. Because it's been a minute. I was surprised when I saw it.
We've been checking this for a minute. Bitterroot, the next movement, #2, Peach Momoko variant cover. I think this was this one the one that was a 1 in 25?
Yeah, that was a 1 in 25. You know, I like the James Harden, I think it's Harding cover. That shit looked way better to me, but I guess everybody's still on that Peach Momoko binge.
All right, let's take a quick second to bring to the stage Comics Man. What's going on, brother?
What's good, y'all?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh,
What's up,
man, we're
my
just
boy?
waiting on you, man. Trying to figure out what's going on, man.
Shoot, I've been working all day, man.
Oh, it's Saturday? Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to y'all and still doing some work right now.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you, man. Got to pay the bill somehow, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. All right, guys, man. So what we're doing right now is we are just, going through some of the books that came out this past week that have, especially have sold out. I haven't done evaluations to see if they are sold out at the super level as well, but pretty much the numbers are looking pretty much good. Um,
Yeah, I picked
yeah.
up my Bitterroot earlier this afternoon.
You say your pictures up?
Yep, and
Which one, Peach Momoko?
I also got that Peach from Moco.
Yeah, people have been tracking that for a while. All right, next up is The Death of Cobra, #4. This one was a Michelle Fief Spawn variant cover. And what's interesting to me is I have no idea why. Now I get it, the fucking Spawn got it, but not sure why. Because I've been tracking that people have been trying to get this shit for a while. Then we got the letter E for G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Silent Missions, Duke, #1. Part of the one shot. This one was supposed to be a foil letter cover. Next up is the homage of Lost Fantasy #1, homage to Final Fantasy, cover B by Alex Diodo. Cover.
That was a thick ass book right there.
Oh, that came out this week. I meant to get.
Yeah. Meant to get it?
Yeah, I wanted it.
Ah, you fucked up, man. That one sold out quick.
I didn't even see that at my shop.
Yeah, somebody probably grabbed that joint.
Yeah, they were thick. What was it, like a $6.99 cover price or $5.99?
Uh, four
$4.99?
ninety nine. Yeah,
Yeah,
4.99.
that's a thick ass book for $4.99.
I think people are enjoying this read right here. Passport Girl of Oz #4. No, it was the whole Wizard of Oz thing was hot for a minute. I think people are actually also enjoying this read.
Shorter
Uh, we're
pieces.
we're taking everyone down with us. Issue number two, cover A by Stefano Landini.
Is that one
Regular
in
price is
25
$4.99.
still in stock?
It is. Yes, it is.
I still like that. I gotta pick one up.
This one is not sold out at Midtown, but the stock is low at Diamond and PRH. Godzilla versus Spider-Man number one, The League are bet cover, $4.99. It's got it's kind of reminiscent of some of the old wrestling freaking posters. And then next up, we also have this one is not sold out in Midtown, but it was sold out at the distributor level. Fantastic Four issue number 31, Sean Galloway's Saturday morning cover.
Yeah, Sean Galloway is a cool dude, and all these variants, honestly, I've liked all of them. I've been picking these up from like the first book he dropped, but I was surprised it sold out at first. So I guess they must have put their in store stock up.
Hmm. It's a great freaking cover, man. Freaking
Yeah, it's
Mister and Mrs. Fantastic freaking just booed up on a freaking taking a nap on a freaking couch with the baby. It's just
yeah, it's
an amazing freaking cover, man. Really
pretty
good.
fitting for what's coming up too. So
And then this one is sold out. Rogue, the Savage Land number four, the J. Scott Campbell Virgin cover. This one was a 1 in 100.
now I want to get everybody's opinion on J. Scott Campbell. Okay, now don't get me wrong. Like I'm a big fan of J. Scott too, but this one in particular, I didn't like it, and I just was so curious to see if it would sell out or not because it just it doesn't pop like a lot of his shit does to me. You know what I mean? This one's kind of
Hmm.
bland to me. So I guess his cult following is just so strong. His cult game is so strong that this shit still sold out. So it's an example that some artists do. They can just really put out anything. Not saying that like it's terrible or anything like that, but
Yeah.
you know,
Look, she's not butt naked. She's not showing off too much front meat.
Oh,
She's
fuck.
got the leg, yeah, she's got the leg meat just in the right type of in a type position that I like. She's on a freaking rock, stranded and vulnerable, just like I like him, right? Uh, and she's got the look back, like bitch, what the fuck you want? Either come over here and fuck with me or don't. I like it. Right? Now, am I going to spend $90 for it? Not this month. This is not the one.
I'm not gonna lie. If he did like a sunset behind her, I mean, it probably would have popped harder to me. But yeah, this one just was bland to me. It didn't catch my eye. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even want the trade dress.
I think the peach is on this type of level too, where she can just put out whatever and folks is gonna buy it.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, she been on that. Next up is, and this one is sold out. This one's been sold out for a while. Ultimate Spider-Man, Volume Two, Issue number 16, the Michael Walsh cover.
Yeah, I'm glad this book is doing well. Our boy Spidey Hunter has been on top of this one. I think it's about a 30, 35, $40 book by now, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I can't remember if this was Richard Parker's like first appearance in the Spider-Man costume on the cover, but it may be. You know, might have to do a little bit of research for that, but I do know that last thing I saw was this book selling for like 35, $40.
This is a really good read too.
I think this is the first at least cover with him because I think Spidey put that in the group day before yesterday because I asked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
because
this is my ever favorite read of the week.
Um, from Black Box Comics, Dead Detective issue number 5. I'm not sure what this one is about. It's actually been putting in some really good covers. Um, this one is a cover D special by Raymond Gee, Virgin cover. Most likely sold out because Black Box probably just doesn't print that fucking many. But I want to keep an eye out for that detective. Excuse me. Then we got Grimm issue number 22. Cover D sent by Even Chevron.
Folks still reading this because I know when this first came out, there was a whole lot of hype behind it, but I ain't heard nothing else in a hot minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people are reading it. I think people are just collecting the covers that they like. But it's a here's where it's interesting. It is a story that is absolutely prime for a TV series or even a movie. Absolutely fucking prime. But if people don't start hearing stuff within a year of it coming out, they will fucking stop believing in this shit. They won't give a fuck. Something is killing children. We hear fucking stuff about that shit within a year and a half. Grim, it's been over what 4 years now, I believe. This was a COVID book.
It started off with a bang, and then people just basically fell off.
Yeah.
I still pick up. I still pick it up, but um, I remember how popular it was when it was first coming out.
Uh, and then Pin Ocalypse. Yep, Pin Up Ocalypse number 2. This one is a cover E by Sveta Shabina.
I think it's about a 200
Specking
$200
out titties.
book by now.
Specking out titties. Specking out titties.
Speaking on
Fucking
listening on
ass.
this one. And I want to keep an eye out on is Slasher's Apprentice number 1. There's a Val Horvison cover. So I've read it so far. We don't know what the fuck is going on, other than violence. And then the cover B for Slasher's Apprentice number 1 also freaking sold out. So interesting stuff.
What about Kid Juggernaut #1? I saw that variant cover uh, being talked about.
It's about the Bandai Marvel vs. Capcom joint.
No, it's just the variant to Kid Juggernaut #1.
Kid Juggernaut.
Yeah, it was kind of under the radar to me too. Um, Perhaps maybe that's why the variant sold out so quickly. But yeah, it definitely came
What's the
out.
name of the book?
Kid Juggernaut,
There's no Kid Juggernaut that came out this week.
Kid Juggernaut #1. Um,
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Is that a
uh,
Marvel book?
it surely was $6.99 cover price. They're pretty thick. I got mine. That's I picked up the variant. They had a few of the main cover on the shelf too, but I kind of did gravitate more towards that
Release date
variant.
5/21. It comes out in 2 weeks.
No, dude,
So if
it
you're
it it literally came out already because I got it. Um,
no, it's not
Lee,
supposed to come out. Whoever you got it from, they weren't supposed to release it till for 2 weeks.
yeah, I think Midtown may have it messed up because I'm looking at League and it says April 30th. Kid Juggernaut #1, and they were definitely on the shelf this week. So I think maybe Midtown got it wrong because I did see it, and the variant that sold out was by Dyke Ruan.
Let's see.
That one, yeah, that's the one that sold out. Now I'm pretty sure. I guess maybe both of them sold out by now, but I know that that one in particular sold out this week.
Weird.
Yeah, they just got the wrong date up because they were definitely on the shelf this week. Like I said, I bought the variant. And today when I went back for free comic book day, the main covers were all gone too. So I think it was,
Really,
yeah, I think it was one
I
of
think
those under the
there's something
radar
going
type
on
books because that
because
that came.
it's still in stock at Diamond right now.
Oh, and that's great then, because I definitely wanted at least a couple more of that for sure. But um, when I had looked at Midtown, because I woke up late, so when I actually looked at it, it was already gone, and I was just like, wow, I wonder why this is gone already. And I didn't. I saw a few people on Instagram post it, but
Yes, it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Hold on, I'm getting ready to check Penguin. Talk amongst yourselves.
yeah, I didn't know that. I thought that maybe it kind of went under the radar. Maybe it was a little low ordered because it was only two covers and no incentive, and that's maybe of what done it. Because I mean, I didn't see anybody talking about it prior to it coming out. So
Let's see. Patrick Mill says, "Yo, all right, I'm in the system."
so am I the only one that got that book? Nobody else bought that this week?
Goddamn right, you know,
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
11 of them.
Man, then it might be underprinted. You might want to order a few of those.
Okay, so it's sold out at PRH. Interesting.
I was just as surprised as you because, I usually keep up with books coming out ahead of time, and that one popped up kind of late for me. Like I didn't see that until Wednesday, so the Wednesday before.
All right, weird. Yeah, my order went through, so we'll see. Um, yeah, I mean, as you can see, like the date has 5/21/20. What's this fucking star here?
It has an asterisk next to it.
Yeah, what the fuck. So much fucking weirdness. Weird, weird, weird.
And then
All right.
did you want there's like maybe one or two more you could mention. I know Wacky Races should have sold out pretty well because I mean, dude, we at the shop that I was going to, dude, there was only A covers left. Another book that I missed this week was Heavy Metal, and I'm kind of pissed about that. The
Let's
remember
see.
that Heavy Metal number one
Yeah.
that we talked about a few weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I didn't see not one of those. Like not one cover of that. But it definitely had to have came out because um that David Palumbo was the one we talked about, and then the main cover, I think that was by fuck. Um, oh yeah, it was Hildebrand. I didn't see that at all this week either. I didn't even see anybody post that heavy metal, but then again, a lot of people are asleep on that book, that
Yeah.
magazine.
Right. Okay. So
There's
for the
most
giant,
of the people I know.
okay. So for the giant size Wacky Racers #1, I did see movement on the FLC 1 and 1 to 7 Eric Gleisner joint. I did see that was sold out for a little bit. Um, There's Godzilla versus America Los Angeles number 1 and 25. Harmon black and white. That one's sold out. You're not going to see this one in any of the re-ups, the liquidation list. Oh, man, yep. At the distributor level, that Godzilla versus Spider-Man, Liga Bay, that one's sold out at the distributor level.
What about the one with him with the symbol on his chest? Uh, yeah, I think that's a Nick Bradshaw. Uh, the one second to the left. Yeah, it's sold out or
Nah, nah.
no?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Uh, Goon them, Goon them that don't stay dead. Number 4, that Bermejo, that one's sold out. Graveyard Club Fresh Blood, number 1 and 5.
What
Senses,
about the
Unlockable.
Mercado on that book? The version, the one with the kids around the gravestone.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 1 and 20. It is low in stock, but you're not. Yeah, you can't re-go to this one because it's but it is low in stock. So it's probably not going to make it to the liquidation list. It's good. It's good cover though.
I didn't see any of that. Fuck the one all the way to the left. I didn't see any of those, dude. I think people picked all those up. I think it was a 1 in 20 though.
Talk about the Jim Henson joint.
Yeah, I didn't see not one of those, dude.
I'm
And
kind of
you
afraid to
had
actually start reading this shit. That shit might be giving me nightmares.
Aw.
Uh, from Xenoscope, Killer Cobra Hunt begins. Number 1, Josh Burns. This is more of Adam's fucking speed. College girl fucking sitting on the freaking on a freaking couch in her half tee, front meat peeking up from the bottom, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
and her
Second up,
oblivious.
second up, fucking.
Well, it's not necessarily fucking, but her sex toy, this which is like this cobra, is sitting on the couch next to her. It's one of those oblivious sex toys that
Uh,
these that Gen Z doesn't think we know about, and it's just sitting sitting there. It's weird.
what about that Kill Town to the right there? What was that second
Yep,
print?
Killtown. Yep, second print, low in stock. Not sold out, but low in stock.
Uh,
I think that's part of the Cadillac universe, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, but I think it is. Here's a surpriser. Uh, My Little Pony Tournament of Mysteries, issue number 1, cover A Grant, sold out.
you don't fuck with My Little Ponies.
That's sensitive. NYX, issue number 10, cover A by Sarah Pacelli, sold out. That's at the distributor level, by the way. And then Power Rangers Prime, issue number 6, cover B by Malavia, sold out. Say Marvel is getting this ass handed to them this week. Something is killing the children. This is a 1 in 10. Beautiful fucking cover, but it's not sold out. I'll be waiting for this on the liquidation list.
Yeah,
But
if that's on there, dude, I definitely want like 4 of those and that one.
this one is sold out though. Cover A by Deladera. Too many fucking good covers for that one. Um, Star Wars High Republic Adventures Phase 3, number 17, cover A by Tolib. That one sold out. It's a wrap on that one. It's also a wrap on the cover B by Howl. I need to read up and figure out what the fuck was going on with that one. Then there's the Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi, issue number 3, 1 in 25. It's a 1 in 25, but it's also low, so it means you probably won't be able to get this one on any of the liquidation list. Thundercats bullshit. Check out this Musafra. Thundercats issue number 15, the Musafra Virgin. Absolutely fucking beautiful cover. It looks like only thing is that kind of looks like a mom from the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But it still looks fucking good though.
What about Wolverine and Kitty Pride? That Ricky Yagwe. I was curious about that too.
Yep, that should be coming up pretty soon.
I know they
Ricky
sold
Yagwe
out.
had a TVA cover as well. Ultimate Spider-Man number 16, the cover A by Marco Cicchetto, sold out at the Disruptor level. And of course, we already went over to Michael Walsh. Weapon X-Men issue number 3 with a Stephen Croce. That one sold out. And then Wolverine and Kitty Pryde number 1. The Ricky Yagua is sold out. Looks like the Marvel vs. Capcom, the Capcom, it's still in stock. Nobody's messed with that one. Let's look at the 1 in 100. 1 in 100 is low.
And I just think that
125.
they always order enough of those, so that's probably they printed a shit ton of them.
Yeah. And that's why they're fucking broke.
Yep.
You know, that's what the initial order was supposed to be. You only buy your initial order, and then if people need more, you buy just a little bit more. You don't go fucking crazy. Instead, they went fucking crazy for no fucking reason. Now they're fucking bankrupt, getting tossed in the salad of the guys across the pond. Ain't that a bitch?
I wonder if well, no, we don't gotta look at that shit either. But because I was thinking about the Mark Spears, I know that 1 in 25 is probably gone by now for sure. Even though I know they picked up ordering on that shit, um, because it's been such a hot run.
I'm not sure. But I'm getting ready to go into the FOC. We just figured out how to do freaking afford. Here we go.
Did you already talk about Thunderbolts?
We did. Did you have some thoughts on it?
I haven't seen it, so I was just waiting to hear what y'all said about it.
It's fucking terrible. No, I'm just playing. Um, so I feel like the in fact, Chris brought it up that it was probably its darkest rendition yet. It It definitely went into PTSD and trauma, right, and how that can affect performance, and how that can affect like who you are and what pushes you to do stuff and your drive and everything. Um, the plot was a little shaky, right? I feel like there it was trying to do the political thing again, right? The same shit that um, what's the series name? It was the Sam Wilson fucking Bucky Barnes fucking shit, right? Where they try to say, hey, by the way, everything that these guys do is affected by the fucking government. But and that's fine if they want to do that. But the problem is that the way they were doing it, it was obviously done by somebody that doesn't know how our government fucking works, or how our Department of Defense or our Department of Justice works, right? Um, they put Valentina de Flores or whatever fuck her name is as the head of the CIA because she was calling it her office. Bitch, that's not your fucking office. That's an agency. That's a fucking big thing. And then they're trying to impeach. Their big part of the plot. The whole big part of the plot was uh, she's getting impeached for some shit, and it never really quite said what she was being impeached for. All they were doing is kind of like wagging their finger, saying, "You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad girl. Now we're gonna
No,
fucking
bro.
kick you
No,
out."
bro. They were going to impeach her because of the super soldier program that she had going on, and
That's
the
not an
black.
impeachable offense, though.
But I mean,
That's not impeachable. No, they
I mean,
didn't.
look, bro. In
No, they
fucking real
didn't.
life, we know that. But this is a fucking movie, and that's what they use because the black senator or congressman or what, a council member or whatever the fuck that team that was. Okay, he is the one that. Remember, once I guess they found a facility. He had Bucky working with him, right? And he basically talked about the fact that she had been experimenting on people and killing them and all this, shit that she was doing. And that is
You
one of the
didn't. No, no,
reasons
no,
why they
no.
were
Get it straight.
trying to
They did.
impeach her.
They didn't say that. He didn't say that. At no point in the movie did they say actually what the charges were.
I mean, I'll go
So
back.
going back,
Like
you and
once they put
you
that shit
let your
up.
mind run wild. No, you let your mind run wild,
No,
and you
dude.
put stuff that wasn't happening in there.
when
He did
when they
not say
put
that.
that when they put that shit up, and I hope it's up like tonight. I will go and fucking screen record that shit because
Yep.
when he was walking up into go into whatever city hall, whatever he where he was going, and he turned around and
Uh
addressed
huh.
the news and all that shit, he kind of hinted towards what it was all about
Right.
right
He
there.
hinted it, but he never said that's what the charges were.
And there was a super soldier
Hmm.
gangbang, and
Impeachable offenses are shit like, oh, you violated ethics, or you violated, or you just misappropriated funds, right? But here's the thing: the way, especially for directors, works is everything you do, the money you get comes from Congress, right? So it's not like, oh, she was doing shit on her own. Somebody in freaking Congress knows what she was doing and gave her the money to fucking do it. So she was just most likely just following orders. So if they wanted to say, hey, she misappropriated the funds to do shit that she wasn't supposed to be doing, that's fine. They can freaking do that. If they wanted to say, hey, she disobeyed orders, fine, they can do that. But oh, experimenting on people, they can't say that she
Well, I
can't
mean, if
fucking do
you're
that.
experimenting on people and killing them and all type of, horrible science on these people, they can list it as a crime against humanity, can they not? Like they can
They
say
cannot.
that the
Nope.
the moral compass of what she's doing is fucking wrong. So
That's not nope. Experimentation is not an impeachable offense, nor is it illegal in this country. That's
and
how
she's
that's how
the
research
head
gets
of the
done.
CIA, correct? Co.
Right. So Executive Order 1233 says that the anything that's Intel is related to the Intel Oversight Program, right, which is in the 5240. Experimentation on human beings is allowable under procedure 13 through 15. Which you cannot do it as long as it's like recorded, as long as it's like it's
Well,
appropriated by
documented
freaking Congress.
were
Yeah, right. You can do it, but you're not supposed. You're not supposed. You can't just freaking. Oh yeah, as a part of this other freaking mission, now I'm going to do this. But if you were given a mission, which certain things were given her to do, right? Um, but we don't know exactly because they didn't. Here's the thing: they didn't really go into what they originally wanted the Central to do. Because here's the other thing, right? Even as you're saying, hey, she experimented on people. She didn't experiment on people because you got to remember where it actually happened. It was actually happening in Malaysia. It was not happening inside the United States.
I mean, but they also referenced that they talked about her doing overseas shit. That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
anytime
allowable. That's what the
the
CIA mission is.
like even when he had that little small conversation with Bucky Barnes, I mean, that was kind of like what they hinted towards. Is that what they were trying to bring her down for? So that's what I was thinking
Then
the
if they
entire
then
film.
if they were doing that shit, then if they were trying to bring it down for that, then what they were doing is freaking legal, right? Because it's within their charter.
Because remember, she was about to be scot free when she thought she killed the Thunderbolts in the first place, and she was destroying evidence. So that tells me that that entire facility was supposed to be used as evidence against her, which is the call that I believe Bucky Barnes probably made to the black congressman or council member. And then that's when he was like, all right, well, we finally got evidence on her, blah, 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 blah. We're going to charge her today. And that's what he said when he was talking to the news people, the fucking press. He's mentioned that. That's why I was like, okay, well, there he's trying to get her impeached over whatever shit, secret programs she's been running, because they also hinted towards all the people that died from that serum before it actually worked on Century. So that's what I thought the entire time of the film, that was the focus against her.
Chris, what do you mean when you say when they put this up? Put it up where?
He's talking about
Uh,
those illegal sites.
no, like all right, in the film, when we first kind of get started, Contessa sends the Thunderbolts characters to this facility. Now she actually contracted them to pretty much kill each other. All right, and by doing that, this was her tying loose ends, because in the entire film she has a secretary girl that's with her, and she was kind of like telling her what to do, and she was kind of just running shit, right? But throughout the film, they talked about the fact that when she was trying to make Sentry, that she killed and brutalized a whole shit ton of people trying to get to that serum, and that's
you can't make an
when
omelet
she
without
went
breaking
to
some
the
eggs.
when she sent them all there to destroy the facility, that was her tying up loose ends and getting rid of the evidence that would have been used against her in whatever court setting that they were going to do it in, whatever. But like I said, once Bucky Barnes, and the other motherfuckers, because once they got
He
out of the
was so
facility,
desperate. See, that's the other part of the plot that the people a little miss. This dude was so fucking desperate for evidence because they had nothing. They had nothing.
I mean,
They
Bucky
had nothing.
called
They didn't even
Buck.
have charges. So
Yeah,
that's
if
why
you
they try to get to her little assistant. They, oh, can you tell me tell me what she's been doing? Tell me what she's been doing so we can bring her down.
But I
Like,
mean,
whoa,
even
wait a minute.
Bucky himself, after they got out of the facility and they basically met up with Bucky Barnes, well, he captured them. Even in there, he was like, "Yeah, you guys are the fucking evidence, all right, and I'm gonna need you guys to basically testify against Contessa." And they were like, they were kind of fucking throwing off, right? And then that's when he went into his whole fucking hero speech shit, and they went to stop Sentry, right? So, I thought, like I said, the whole fucking evidence against her was that facility, and then the Thunderbolts themselves, So that's what I thought the entire premises of it was.
Yeah, but
And
having a research facility is not illegal. It's not. It's definitely within the charter. Now, here's the deal. You did bring up the fact that she was shredding and incinerating stuff, right? That is most likely the most illegal shit she actually did in the freaking movie. because there's definitely archive rules on like when you're supposed to be able to shred stuff and, and kill stuff and destroy stuff.
Yeah, because she wanted to
There's government rules.
kill the Thunderbolts and destroy all the shit in that room that they were trapped in. So, like I said, that's what I thought the entire time, what the evidence that they were trying to use against her, right? I mean, none of it fucking matters now because she kind of turned all that shit around at the very end, without giving away the whole fucking thing. But, you know, that's what I thought the whole time. Like that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so she just like in the comics when they were fucking making Century, and all those fucking people were dying, like because she had it set up like they were doing human trials of shit, and they had people coming in volunteering basically to get this experimentation or whatever done on them, and fucking, that's like borderline right out of the comic. Because wasn't that the same shit that they did to get the Century Serum? So
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting how they explain what the fuck's going on with the serum because it's not now they're saying it's well. I mean, explain it's not just serum; it's the void, and the whole thing with the void is an interesting thing into itself. Tech comes says hi everyone. Hey, how's it going, man? Freaking great to see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you please hit that like button and please share if you can. Answer to who was it? Mr. Larry Joe. He's asking me. You can just check on the book. It's a Shi Hakio Jeff book. The FOC was actually a couple of weeks ago. Beautiful freaking book, man. Beautiful freaking book. I don't know if we see if I can bring this bad boy up, man. Where is this? Oh. Here we go. Yeah, this freaking She books. We haven't fucked with She in a long time, but this is just a fucking beautiful freaking cover.
I mean, shit. I even like the original #1.
This was done by Jeff Chapman. I know she uncomfortable as hell trying to fight that little fucking Tonga Tong.
It's supposed to be a Kunichi.
You said who?
Is she supposed to be a Kunichi?
I have no idea.
And
See,
when
this
is
has got to be built off a fucking photo, man, because he's even got the bones. I mean, the veins coming out the pelvis, pelvic bones and shit. It's just fucking fire. All
yeah,
right.
this is on this gonna get added to the list.
Make me want to go fly to fucking Japan and fucking meet up with some Johns. Shit. All right, let's go ahead and get with FOC. I've got some of these broken down by the dates they are released. I don't have necessarily all the photos, so if I'm missing something and you know about it, please let me know, and I will look up and see if I can find the photo within my resources. So first up, going with Ablaze. This one is the Purpose Project. This one is done by Raza. Believe it or not. I don't want to say he phoned it in, but it's not like his normal standard. But this one is done by ADA. He decided to go simple with this one. There wasn't much about ADA, so now we're going to go with Dark Horse. They've got quite a few things coming up. Barstow, Stranger Things, St. John. But the ones that I'm honing in is that Stranger Things, that Grohl right there. It's Grohl? Yeah, Wool, excuse me. That one on the left, it's a fucking troll, man, in the fucking 80s jacket, which means, what's that dude's name? Eddie, I guess, becomes a fucking troll in this fucking book, maybe? Is that what you're indicating? But the most interesting thing is that though in the series, Eddie is actually dead, but he's still alive here in this comic book series. That's pretty interesting. Um, Also, Frankenstein New World will see Star Wars Bad Batch Ghost Agents, Sister Imperator issue number 4, and Umbrella Academy Plan B. There's your Star Wars Hyperbase Stories issue number 4. I do like the cover A of Favosia on the left with Ventress. It's the first time I've really seen her without like her whole hoodie and everything. And there's more Stranger Things Dungeons and Dragons. Umbrella Academy number 1. Love the one on the left. That one's by Aja. One in the middle, that one's by Tula Lote. There's your Sister Imperator issue number 4. I've already seen some sales on this one. All right, next up, Boom. We've got Hell of Darkness number 1. It's coming out. It's got a few covers. Something is Killing the Children. There's a cover A by Ricardo, as well as a cover B by Frizen and Andolfo. The Andolfo is pretty much the freaking wildest joint. The old girl just swimming with a whole bunch of bodies around her. There you go. No, I had that larger. The one in the middle is kind of the Frizen joint is kind of this. See, this is where I think I know these motherfuckers are listening to us because ain't no way. I'm always talking about tentacle porn and shit, and sure enough, Shade Frizen comes out of nowhere with these two folks on here and they're tongue kissing, but their tongues are tentacles. Come on now.
Awesome sauce.
Frizen is a freak, but now she's my kind of freak. Gotcha. All right, for something that killing is to children, I think I'm going to pay attention to the one at 50 looks really good. The one in the middle.
Yeah, that's fire, dude. I really like that one.
I Heart Skull Crusher, and this one is coming out on June 18th. I Heart Skull Crusher issue number 10 is coming out, as well as Last Witch Blood and Betrayal. And we got more Mouse Guard coming up. Um, 6/25, June 25th. We've got Armory Worlds No World tomorrow number 12. Got some freaky covers coming out. Just got to pick which one you want, as well as Minor Arcana by Jeff Lemire is coming out. VR Troopers number 1. That's the newest version of the Power Rangers.
Well, I thought, isn't that like an older team? Weren't they around before? Because I saw the writer for the new series, right? And I know she was talking about it because I guess they crossed over in Power Rangers, and now they're gonna have their own number 1. I think the main cover is by Turin Clark.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna have When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee and In Bloom number 5. All right, here we go with Army Wars No World tomorrow number 12. The one that I got my eye out is, even though there's a 1 in 10 with kind of the same cover art, the one I got my eye on is the cover B by Wayshack. Just a freaking trippy fucking poster type deal. There's your Minor Arcane cover by Jeff Lemire. And there's several covers by VR Troopers. There's a 1 of 50. There's 1 of 25, and then but ultimately there's a 1 of 75 by James to go cover K.
I assume that 1 in 50 is that one in the back on the top, um, the one in the back with the most detail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, talking about the largest one, the one on the left.
Yeah.
That is the 1 in 10, believe it or not.
Oh. Okay.
I
But
believe that one's the Torrin Clark.
Okay.
clarification though, this is like another team separate than Power Rangers, correct?
It
Yes.
is, yes,
Because I
but
know
it's in
that
it's in a Power Rangers world though.
right, that's what I was about to get to. So they're basically, I guess, when the VR team first showed up in the Power Rangers, there was kind of like more of a anti-hero type team to a degree. So now the writer said that she was going to go, build off of that for this. So
Well, they were all stealing from the Japanese footage to make their shows back in the 90s.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, trust me, I know. That's why we got each ranger is assimilated with their color for some reason. I know. I remember that, dude.
Not
Uh,
stealing, paying for content. They weren't stealing it.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about like when Power Rangers came out, right? That was originally a Japanese property. When they brought it to America, um a guy that just actually made fun of this was Jeff Godfrey, right? And he talked about each,
Right.
ranger was assimilated with their race. And I just thought that was funny. And it kind of does sound like a conversation that they would have had back in the 90s. Like, you know what? Yeah, dude, let's go ahead and make the Black Ranger black. And we'll go ahead and make the Yellow Ranger yellow. And all of the footage that they
The
got
Yellow Ranger was
originally,
sexy as all hell.
Yellow Ranger was
Testify.
actually a guy, before
Mm.
they made it Americanized. So
And the Pink
interesting
Ranger had
stuff.
a nice ass. Testify.
All right, this is getting a little weird, Adam. um,
Nice stutter.
this is okay. So this comic is obviously a homage to Samuel Jackson's little Monaco. Uh, is that Monoqui? Whatever it is, from Pulp Fiction. Um, when I lay my vengeance upon the issue number 5, and you got 2 priests on there, and one of them looks kind of crazy. It looks like the one of
You mean
15 is
Ezekiel
by
24:17?
yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm not even sure if that freaking joint actually exists in the freaking Bible. I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't. I looked.
What? Adam actually opened up a freaking Bible and didn't freaking blow up? What the fuck?
I read the Bible every now and then.
Every now and then? Okay. I believe that. The 1 of 15 is by, looks like it's by Miguel McCallum, maybe? Where is it? No, it's, shit, I forget who it is. I don't know why I fucking cut that off. But you can go back to the other overview pages to find out. In Bloom, issue number 5, the Pearson is very strange. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on here. It looks like a dude, maybe with his head blown off. Not quite sure. Then there's this one was a late entry. VR Troopers issue number 1, cover D. Intermix polybag. It's not necessarily on FOC, but it's a part of the other VR Troopers. But it will come out maybe like a week later. All right, now we're going to do Dynamite.
Yeah.
Captain Planet. Uh, Cap. Who says they're going to tap out? Uh, Captain Planet issue number 1 has some books coming out, as well as Space Ghost has too many fucking covers coming out. There's a Thundercats book that I actually kind of freaking like. Not sure who the character is. And then of course Spears just doing his thing as
It's
through all the
just
books to include
fucking
Cardinals.
ridiculous, dude. It's just so many fucking covers, dude. Like, why do we need this many covers, dude? it's not even the fucking people to buy these fucking things for them to be that goddamn many covers, bro. Like, and it's crazy to me. I see, like, I used to be one of those guys where I had to just buy every fucking cover. I couldn't miss it. And if I was still doing that shit, I'd probably would have paid a visit to Dynamite by now. Cause like, what the fuck are they doing over there? Like, we don't need 25 fucking covers for one issue.
Well, I think that what they're trying to do is they're trying to take advantage of the fact that they have printers and printers are right here, which could be, which when I think about it, could be an interesting thing for them if people keep complaining about these freaking tariffs to see if people go down and say, hey man, we need y'all to print the shot because we're getting fucked over. If they do, that should be kind of a windfall for them. All right, here we go with Thundercats Lost issue number 3. This Megan Hetrick joint looks absolutely fantastic. With this, no, this character, I have no idea who she is. Looks like maybe the daughter of Panthro or whoever. Not sure. It looks good. The Herculoids, issue number 4. Bjorn Barends. This one's the Spears, Space Ghost.
I like this one. I remember we saw this. Maybe we saw this a little while ago,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember seeing it somewhere, and it is fire. But it's just so many of them, It's never
Yeah.
going to be a shortage of them.
And this one has got Johnny, what's his name?
Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest and these new superhero uniforms. Kind of interesting.
I agree, Brad. The medals and foils are always good buys, but at this point, it's just like you're going to get one with every book now. So,
All right, now we're going to get into the IDW. Star Trek Lower Decks, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nothing big on the Star Trek Lower Decks, but still just freaking good, fucking fun, good reads, and a good watch. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that cover B by P. And that one on the left is absolutely freaking fire. Love it. All right, it wasn't much by IDW. Now we're moving on to King Spot. Don't Run with Scissors. I don't think I got anything that I want to highlight. But yeah, Don't Run with Scissors number 2 and Robot Girl number 8 are on FOC. All right, here we go with the big guns with Marvel. Imperial, as well as Marvel Knights of the World to Come. We on FOC. Red Hulk number 5, Doc Strange number 4, and of course Marvel Unlimited. Marvel United, a prize special issue number 1. Ultimate Wolverine number 6. All new Venom number 7. Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Some more books with Spider-Gwen and Ghost Spider number 14, and I did highlight some with X-Men number 17. Laura Kinney Wolverine number 7. Not sure what's going on with that fucking book. Storm number 9. Mortal Thor number 34. And at this point, I'm like, man, fuck, Marvel's got too many fucking titles coming out, man. What the fuck? Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi, as well as the Jedi Knights, issue number 4. And then also Wolverine number 8, the second print by Johnson. All right, here we go with X-Men number 17. There's a Jacob Chabot Phineas and Herb variant. With, I forget what the name of the girl from the cartoon is, but got her as Magic. And it's not incentive either. Then there's a 1 in 25 and a 1 in 50. Absolutely fucking gorgeous fucking cover.
um,
No, you're not feeling it?
the No, I like all that. The one that I was wondering if you highlighted was this Emma Frost. This
I'm glad
how
you
she
brought
was.
that up. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't I didn't do the slides for that one because where I was, too many freaking kids around that motherfucker. But I can definitely just remind me to pull the stuff up for that one, and we'll go through that one.
Yeah, because it's fucking beautiful, dude.
Storm number 9. There's a 1 in 25 by Jeff DeCall.
That's the one right there, baby. That motherfucker's
That's
fire.
a fucking queen. That's a motherfucking queen right there. Queen.
Yeah, these will do well. I'm definitely planning on picking up a couple of these. When the fuck do you ever see Jeff DeCall do Storm? Which is even more of a reason why I'm picking this up. And it's just fucking beautiful. Like, seriously.
Is this a ratio or?
There's a no, it's a 1 in 25.
All right.
Um, Another book I was wondering about is Immortal Thor, because that is fucking pretty dope.
Yep, I got that coming up. Uh, right now I am split on this one. Marvel Knights of the World to come number 1. If you look, if you walked into your fucking living room or your fucking kitchen and you see your woman just sit like that, back up and just go get into your fucking car and just drive away for a little bit. Okay, don't turn your back on her. Just kind of walk backwards because she's got something for your ass. All right,
I don't know,
and
bro. I got mixed feelings because if I walk in and I see my girl looking like that, I'm gonna have to fuck her because
no,
you know, I
this is
like
not.
that. I love that attitude shit,
No,
man.
this is not to come.
More.
This is not to come get it. This is about this is the you about to get it.
We need to talk.
Yeah, you about to get fucked up, homie.
We can
You about to
talk
come up with some milk cartons on this motherfucker, homie.
after I clap them cheeks with all that attitude. Let me
Yeah,
get
you
that
can try if you
attitude
want to. You
first.
can try if you want to. I 100% guarantee you, if she's sitting like that when you come in, the only ass cheeks that's getting out there is you. You're gonna be on you're gonna be on freaking cover. You're gonna be on Adam's Project Pegasus. I mean,
I feel like this looks like a great poster,
it's
like a
It's
absolutely
gonna
fantastic fucking poster.
like
it's gonna it's gonna
one of
look
those
really good in person.
black like when you walk inside a black person's house and they got like those like big like African or art photos.
Yeah, I see your
Like,
vision.
this
I
looks
see
like
your vision.
a really big one in like in a living room or a bedroom or something like that.
Yep, I definitely see your vision. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
Maybe
dude. This is a
maybe
nice
like a
ass
black
book.
yeah, maybe like a black background maybe. And the hair should maybe be like a glow in the dark, but not yellow glow in the dark, like just white glow in the dark somehow. Don't know how you pull that off.
I am not gonna lie, dude. This is a nice ass book. It's the type of thing that I would have framed and probably give it to my OG or my grandmother because I think they would really dig that shit.
Imperial issue number 1, Adi Gravnov, man, that's one I'm going to keep an eye out on. Just that's a that's a fucking kingmaker right there, man. That's fucking awesome. Adi Gravnov fucking pulled it out of his fucking ass with this one. That's absolutely fucking fantastic. And I believe what is this? This is a 1 to 100.
With Hickman on the writing too, that's
Ooh,
definitely
yeah.
one to watch.
Hickman's always got something in the bag for you. He's
I,
always got
I
something in
was
the fucking bag for you. So,
already excited at the fact that we're getting God's tie-in for God Emperor or for One World Under Doom.
hmm
But we still have some pretty fucking powerful cosmic entities out here. And since this is a space story, I was really hoping that we would see them in either this Doom tie-in or Imperial.
yeah,
That being the Black Swans, of course.
yeah. Um, I'm looking at this right now. It looks like there's two 1/100s. There's the Adi Gravnov that I showed you, but there's also a Miguel Mercado. That's one to the bottom right there. And then Also, the highlight is that there is a Scotty Young
Looks
in
like an
there, and
old
there's
man
also Peach
Noah.
Momoko. So I think I'm gonna end up getting like 50 of the Scotty Young, 50 of the Peach Momoko. Then there's the 1 in 25 by the Alessandro Capiccio. There's a two of the 1 in 50 by Jim Lee, and that'll settle me in for the 1 in 100 for the autograph off. I'm straight. Here's your autograph off. All right, there's Ghost Rider versus Galactus. I'm absolutely fucking in love with this one area of. It's not possible, but fucking you got Ghost Rider choking the shit out of fucking Galactus for some fucking reason.
Hey man, I don't know if you're hip to the older cartoons, but we already watched Ghost Rider dominate Galactus's bitch ass.
Fantastic Four.
You dig? We already saw that. He
Yeah,
gave him
that episode of
that old
Fantastic Four where Ghost
penance
Rider just
stare
kicks
and
his ass.
fucking rap for Galactus. Laid out. KO.
So logically, that doesn't even make any sense because if he gets his power from Mephisto, and Mephisto is an earthly being, then why the fuck does he have power on the level of Galactus, which is a cosmic being?
Hold on, false. That is not the case. Mephisto is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, and there is no matching him. Hence, why every time people have an
I
altercation
mean,
with him,
no matching him other than the one above all.
well, no, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's no matching Mephisto because of the simple fact that everybody has to basically trick him to beat him because you can't just beat him up one on one with power. I mean, the one above all probably can because I mean that's the fucking god
Probably
of the
can.
Marvel
One above all
universe.
made him.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Mephisto has like godly like powers himself, and
No, no, no,
he
no. Don't, let's not blaspheme on the show.
it does though,
A
dude.
minor
He can
demon,
do anything.
a
He
minor
can.
demon does not have the same power as God. Let's
No,
not do
I'm
that.
saying like,
Who's that demon?
he
He's God.
is
Then what?
extremely powerful. Like if you look at all the feats that he has, he's like, I mean, he's a hell lord. I mean, like give you example, fucking Nightmare is also a hell lord, right? Do you remember one of the biggest feats for Nightmare was putting the entire fucking world to sleep, where he gained enough power to defeat the Celestials, Galactus, and the whole nine, you know? So I feel like Nightmare is weak sauce to me, and Mephisto is like 10 times stronger than him. So, I can see that because like Adam mentioned earlier in the Fantastic Four show, the cartoon dude, he
Right.
gave him that
So
penis there and it overrided all that shit.
right. So Nightmare was on the is on the cosmic. Um, it's not even cosmic. It's called I forget what the name of it's called. It's like eternity and infinity, right? Where they're the forces of nature, right? Mephisto is not a force of nature. He's a being that's tied to the earth. Always has been. So I don't.
I mean,
Yeah, there's no
he's in
way in
that
hell.
hell dimension, dude, and that's like a
Yeah,
completely
hell's only on
different
Earth.
dimension.
Hell is only on Earth. There's Hell. His is on Earth, and there's another Hel that's even on Asgard.
Well, yeah, that's Asgard's version of hell,
Right, and
but
Mephisto is not the not the god of, or he's not the creator or commander of Hel. It's a
but
totally different
like
one.
when you think about it, most people can't fuck with Mephisto. I mean, it even took Doctor Strange to help Doom get his fucking mom
Right.
back because he couldn't
Right.
do it on
So
his own.
a right. So a
You know,
human being who's tied to Earth could not mess around with
but he
an
tricked him.
angel. That's still earthly stuff that's happening. That's still earthly stuff that's happening. Freaking Galactus is cosmic. Like he's on a cosmic freaking level.
Yeah,
Cosmic
they
force.
they don't
That it's not even called a
necessarily.
cosmic force. I forget. It's gonna freaking kill me trying to figure out what the name of that shit was.
He's a constant,
Which is crazy
basically.
because huh?
He's a constant, basically. So, like,
No,
basically, any of these universes have a Galactus in it. He's there to do one job, which basically keeps the balance of the universe and multiverse, right? Um, Mephisto, there's like one of him just like there's one of Galactus in every universe. But as a feat for like a single universe, like Mephisto's definitely top tier. Most of the shit that he's done, um, it's like that's like god tier level shit. Um, erasing everybody's memory in the world and setting shit up so that he still wins in the end. I mean, that's just kind of like some god tier shit, isn't it?
Yeah, but certain gods are still just tied to their planets, right? We're talking about Galactus, who is like a cosmic entity. Big
Yeah,
difference.
but he's only one in the universe. Like,
I was,
you know,
I
No,
was,
he's not.
I was kicked by a
No, he's
twin,
not.
man.
all right, he lived past the sixth universe, correct? But
Right. One
aren't
of
there
like so did
multiple
yeah, so
different
did
Galactuses?
what's
Like,
the guy
it's
for
not just
Gore?
one Galactus
Fucking
for the entire multiverse. It's multiple Galactuses. There's one of them in every universe.
hmm
That's what I'm saying. Like, so, um, he survived what the last um iteration, the ending of the universe, which was like with the sixth cosmos, which brought him to the seventh, and then the seventh got destroyed in Secret Wars, which brought him to the eighth, right? But I mean,
hmm
he's just a constant because he's his job is literally to keep the universe balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the MCU.
I wouldn't call that. If they're trying to push that freaking narrative, that's fucking stupid.
Well, I don't think they're gonna
Then they
push that
lost it.
narrative in the movie, but I'm just saying, like in the comics, 110% sure Galactus is to keep balance in the universe. Like
Yeah,
him beating the
no,
planets.
they didn't mention. Well, they just maybe like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Um, what's it called? The Defenders or something like
Yeah,
that. It,
Defenders
it
of
was it
God.
was it was with what's his name? Fucking Doc Strange, Galactus's mom,
Talia. That it. I know.
Silver
That,
Surfer,
that
Silver
Defenders
Surfer.
run?
Yeah,
Whatever.
they did a whole thing, and it was and the point wasn't to show that anybody was a constant. It was to show that there was many different freaking versions of many different freaking characters. Um, yeah, constants are not like a real big thing or even consequential. Now they'll keep bringing up cosmic entities. Like, constants are not. Um, but yeah, let's keep going. Here's your period. Here's your okay. There we go. There's your immortal Thor,
That motherfucker is nice.
Fabricio Tommaso.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why that shit just pops to me. And with them going to kill Thor in this run, you know, might be one to look after.
Mm. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Daredevil number 22. The one I really liked was the David Pator Bring on the Bad Guys. Right. Kind of the guy that he's fighting kind of reminds me of Bloodshot though. That's the only fucking thing.
He does, and I remember who did the logo cover again?
Jorge Fornes.
Yeah. Oh, we got action in the comics, Universe X. Let me tell you, it's revealed on Storm 7 that Black Winter is Galactus's boss. So what does that do to the Marvel Universe? Well, I mean, technically nothing at the point because like Hickman, and of all people, bro, that Hickman already kind of like is reshuffling the power hierarchy of the Marvel universe now, which is what he started with gods, and that's why I'm so eager to see him move forward with all that continuity because then it'll start like actually setting some standards because prior to that it's shit's really just been all over the place in my opinion. when it
Hey,
comes to power scaling, because comparing Mephisto to Galactus, it's like two powerful motherfuckers, but you know, one, if you come to Earth, like he can really warp reality on a multiversal or on a universal scale, and the other dude just eats shit and is extremely powerful as well. So I hope they go forward with it, and he keeps adding on to what he already laid out there.
all right, let's see. Let's do this before we go on to Star Wars stuff. There is Emma Frost's The White Queen, issue number 5, David Nakayama. What do you think, Chris?
I like it. I'm already gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna lie, the Swaby is just fucking phenomenal, and I'm gonna get this because I'm gonna support my boy all day long, no matter what. Is that Terry Dotson?
That is Greg Land, 1 in
Oh yeah,
25.
Greg Land, still fire. So I'm guessing the Swaby is the 1 in 50, 1 in 100, or
Let's see, this one is a Joel Jones.
there you
And
go.
there's your Josh Swaby.
And that's just a regular variant,
Yep.
and they didn't put it on any incentive.
With the manga anime fuck me fucking heels and tights.
The anime fuck me heels.
I'm
Alright.
not
Yeah.
gonna lie though, this is fucking fire. This cover is fire, dude. They should have gave us a 1 in 50.
Ooh, it's a 1 in 100
Even better.
virgin. 1 in 100 virgin. God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
And then to bring on the bad guys variant. Ooh, this is not bad either. The
Yeah, I
Ricky
may.
Yagawa foil. Not bad at all. Okay, that's that. All right. Star Wars Jedi Knights issue number 5. There is going to be a 1 in 100 Torn Clark lightsaber variant, but the one I have up here is the cover A. This one is by Raza.
Yeah, that's fire.
Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna tap.
Yeah, I can hear you slowly dying on
Yeah,
us.
I love you guys. Have a great rest of the week. Line out, I'm out.
All right, man.
All right, my boy.
Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 1, 1 in 1. Excuse me. That one is a Kale and Goo foil variant. With Miles fighting. What the fuck is this dude's name? The Spot Man.
Yeah, Spot. I'm eager to read the free comic day book, because it's supposed to pick up um where we just left off. Did we just get like a little snippet in the back of I know we just talked about it like a week ago, but we
I
got that
forget.
little snippet background story that was supposed to lead into free comic book day, that was then supposed to lead into this.
I'm not sure. Amazing Spider-Man number 5, and this is supposed to come out sometime next month. Once again, FOC is not sure for this one. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 5, Momoko Rivals, and Immortal Thor number 24 also has a Momoko Rivals cover. I believe we talked about this one before. The Predator versus Spider-Man second print, 125. Orion Brown.
I knew it was coming.
Second print for Wolverine issue number 8. There's a tree dress for Warren Johnson and a virgin for Johnson as well. And that's just the stuff that's supposed to come out somewhere like around 6/4, 6/18, June 18th. Godzilla versus Avengers is going to have a big week. Like that poster cover type joint, the Ultimate Showdown.
Yeah, it looks good.
Doom's Division. Gwenpool issue number 2, the Leslie Ree Gwenpool variant. Spider-Verse versus Venomverse issue number 2.
Is that the one that's supposed to have like a lot of fine detail in it? Like
Yes.
supposed to be like a shit ton of Easter eggs if you look at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I forget what the fuck was going on with the baseball cap, but when I first looked at that shit and the baseball cap came at me, I was like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, that I think that was from back in Extreme Venomverse, when in that same run that Necroco got introduced in, right?
Hmm. X-Men number 8. This one looks a little weird. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on because it looks like it might be Magneto and Serenus. I'm not sure, but that's what it kind of looks like from my advantage. Psylocke. Here's a two interesting little covers. Love the one on the left, which is a cover A, but the one I really love is the Puppeteer Psylocke variant, which is the one on the right.
Yeah, that's fire, dude. I wish they put that on a 1 in 25.
So it's actually a 1 in 50 version.
Oh, fucking even better. Yeah, I need that. Add that to the nice little stack of Psylocke.
Wolverine issue number 10, cover A. Looks freaking good. And here's a 1 in 25 Greg Land variant out there. West Coast Avengers. I'm highlighting this because it is so fucking bad. Like, look, if you're gonna do fucking wires or spider webs, don't make the shit fucking white because otherwise the shit kind of looks like a fucking bukkake affair. Just saying.
It is a rather busy cover.
Moon Knight, Fist of Nut Khonshu, issue number 9.
Is
Love
that
the cover A.
uh David David Parator?
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, that's fucking fire, dude.
Dr. Aphra, Chaos Agent. Love the one on the right, the 1 in 25 by Pacelli, kind of a Catwoman issue number 50 homage. I'm not sure what's going on with number or the one on the left, which is a cover A. Still like it. Ultimates 3.0 cover, just this weird one. Jet the Land Shark issue number 1.
That one on the top row, or yeah, far left, that one. That's the one right there. Besides the art drawing, of course.
Yeah.
But
You are talking about
no, you
the
showed it.
Totokoro.
It was the one on the left, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who did it. Oh, the Totokoro. It's the Totokoro variant.
Yeah, it's fire to me. I actually like the one with the gauntlet too, though. No, I didn't get a chance to get a bigger shot of that.
That's a Ricky Yagua.
Yeah, that motherfucker is fire too.
All right, now we're going into Oni Press. Goddamn Tragedy issue number 1, first issue, and Ricky and Morty coming out with some stuff as well. Skipping through it, Udon, Mega Man Timelines, nothing worth really mentioning. And then now we're going into some of the DC stuff. Batman number 160, it's got a 1 in 100 for it. The Wonder Woman has got a Stephanie Hands that's worth looking into, as well as the Absolute Wonder Woman number 8, 1 in 25. And Superman doesn't really have any. Excuse me, I'll take that back. Superman, Derek Chu, which I think I show later on. And then there's the Justice League Unlimited joint. My interest is the Molina Super mashup covers.
Indeed, that the Harleys are fucking beautiful, especially that cover D.
They put their fucking foot in these Harley Quinn issue number 51s.
All four of them look good. I need like two of each one.
All right, man. This fucking these Batman fucking covers, man. Absolutely fucking Ben. I think that's a Ben Oliver, and the other one's on the Andy Huck Lee. Absolutely fucking gorgeous fucking covers, man. There's your absolute Wonder Woman. Your Stephanie Hans. And the other one on the right is your 125 by McLaren. The only thing is, the one on the right looks. She looks like she looks either traumatized or like she's so paranoid from her drugs, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on with
I thought the bitch was an orc at first.
that. That's,
I've been playing too much Shadows of Mordor.
then there's your Superman number 26.
Yeah, I like that too. That was Derek Chew, or is that yours?
That's Terry Chip. Yep. Then there's your Justice League. Just really great fucking covers all around.
Yeah, I think the one on the left is probably the one. Looks pretty good.
Then there's your Harley Quinn issue number 51. One on the left is your David Nakayama. But that Guillaume March, man, looks pretty good as well.
Fire, dude. That's the one I was talking about. That super mashup. But like I said, I like all four of the Harley covers. Did they show you guys the 1 in 25 yet?
He
Like, is
probably.
it?
Oh yeah. So if you look at the bottom right, there's a Christian War joint. It's not that good to me.
All right. I like Christian Ward, but I don't know what he's been on lately.
Flash number 21. There's your Superman mashup by Tyler Kirkham.
Yeah, these mashup covers are gonna pop.
Green Arrow number 24. Torrin Clark. And then there's also a Leslie Lurie cover. Green Lantern number 23. The one I liked was the 125 by Mirko Kolak. But don't get it twisted. There's also a Mark Spears that's going to be out there as well. Peacemakers, Prez Vigilante. I don't know what's going on with the one on the left. I just gotta like it. I just fucking like it. I don't give a fuck. But the one on the, the David Nakayama, you need to call this dude up, man, and ask him what the fuck is that shit, eagle shit on his hand, or is that eggs?
I don't know,
Because it's
but
brown.
Eagle E got some shades on. Best Eagle E cover ever. Straight up.
So just so you know, the craziest shit that I got probably in my toy box right now is from Diamond is there's an eagle that it moves its fucking wings, and then when you press a button, it fucking gives the equal treat. It's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like something I should have.
I forget who did this cover, but this one for me is a must have. It's a fucking great cover. DC Pride 2025 issue number 1. Here's a one on the left is your cover C by Julia Reck, and then the one on the right, man, it is just a beautiful cover by Sozo Micah. And yep, that one's a DC Pride joint as well. All right, getting into Image. Dark Honor number 1. Mommy Blog one shot. Feral issue number 13. Love the Homage by Tony Fleeks and Alan Basilacqua. And then the one on the right is a regular cover A, but there's also a 1 in 10 by Faulkner and Rodriguez.
I like both of them. I think I like the Jason one a little bit more, but
I'm wondering if that dog was in one of the other earlier fucking volumes. What was it called? Stray Dogs?
Yeah, possibly.
Iceman issue number 45 for those that forgot that this was still fucking happening. Scorched issue number 42. Not sure who the dude on the left is, but I kind of do also like the one on the right, which is the Thaddeus Robeck. Spawn issue number 366, cover A by Brett Booth. And the one right here is by cover B, Don Aguayo. Void Rivals. There's going to be a 1 on 100 by EJ Sue and a 1 of 50 by Patricia Martin. Is that it? I believe that is it that I have for the FOC. Ready to go through some stuff that's coming out this week?
Yeah, it's already a couple of things sold out. I see.
Did you have your desktop ready to share?
Let me see, dude. Here, I'll get it ready for you. All
Let's see. This is
right. All right.
what's this? Let's see. Universe X saying that he's pretty sure that the Viscerator that's the Viscerator's first cover appearance on the Spawn book, and that is Violator's sister. Okay, good info. Great info.
All right. Uh, let's see. All right. You see? All good?
Let's see. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So, there's some of the things coming out next week. Um, I like this Borderlands cover, but I'm not too invested into it. This monstrous, this Dan Panosian right here is definitely worth keeping an eye on. I know we talked about that some time back. Um, let's see, let's keep going. And then your bad batches that come out next week. Let's see. On your DC, so um, I'm really feeling the turn Clark, but I don't know, like if seems like there are going to be plenty of those in stock, but I know that this will be your first cover of Brainiac, if I'm not mistaken, in this new
Mm.
Ultimate Universe or Absolute Universe, right? This Superman 7 right here. And going forward, let's see what else we got. This JSA number 7 by Sweeney Boo is already wish listed, so keep an eye on that one too. They got your free comic book day incentives up here as well. That I don't know if this was like what a 1 in 10 or whatever, but this one right here, I
Uh,
didn't see them plentiful in the shop, so that or the blank. So those might also be good pickups. I picked up the book to read tonight, so we'll see if it's anything good in it. Um, moving on. The Poison Ivy for number 33, the Kyung M. Another nice ass book to look pay attention to just in case. I know you
and
mentioned
that cover C, man, fucking like who's that? Yeah, Kyung In, man, that bitch was. She been doing she been doing late day every day
yeah,
late day.
yeah, she's
Oh,
on the shit.
like what the fuck? Got the thigh and the muscles and shit coming off. God damn. All right, go ahead, man.
And then let's see. Near issue Secret 6, number 3, Leslie the Ray to the left, where it looks like they're eating another tiger or some shit in the background.
Uh huh. Yeah.
There's another one we talked about. I don't know if anybody else is on these, but these Teen Titan Goes, I would imagine that they're low print and under ordered. So I always pick up at least one or two of those every time I see them. So here's another. Oh, let's back down to the trades. Keep going. And then this week, coming up, your Captain Planet number 1. Your Mark Spears to the left. What I'm going for is all these Ben Olivers to the right. I think that this is probably a solid cover. I mean, unless you're deeply into the Spears thing. But those are all still in stock, just about. I think except I think that's a Jay Lee. Is that Jay Lee?
Looks like it. Yeah, that's definitely a Jay Lee.
All right.
If there's
So
anybody
that's
that's gonna put some weird ass fucking lines and sticks and some shit that don't belong, that's gonna be Jay Lee. That's the
yeah,
style.
that's sold out already. I was surprised, but they probably ordered enough for the rest of this. But then again, there's like 4 different Ben Oliver covers for this cover, and then there's like 4 different Mark Spears for that too. That's just feeding into more of what I said before when they just do way too many of these. But
Yeah.
I believe this is probably going to be the regular version, the one that's sold out. People have been steering away from the foils as of late. And then this is another one that sold out, the Kyle Hotz variant on Herculoids number 3. And then you also have your Dan Panosian that's coming out this coming up week. They also have a version for both of those books that are still in stock as of right now. Um, Definitely pick up the virgins. Red Sonja and Mars Attacks number 2 is coming out this coming up week. The first issue sold out entirely. Didn't really matter what cover it was.
Really.
Um, this week it'll be the Greg Land, the cover C, and I like the black and white one too. And then the other one that sold out was your Jay Lee version. So I'm guessing that's the regular version, not the foil. And then they also have the version Greg Land still up for the black and white and the colored. So those are definitely two to watch as well. Silver Hawks number 3 coming out. You got your Sean Spears cover, Mark Spears covers. Um, I've seen a few people on this, and then your cover G, your Mannix is already sold out. I think that was like your 1 in 10. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, gone already. I don't know what what is about this cover that made people buy it. Like
Nothing.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't see what it's all geeked out. Maybe it just sold out fast because nobody ordered it. Here you got your Ivan Tao incentive, which is also fire. The Virgin incentive of that same Mannix cover is still in stock. And then you got, let's see, I was just going down these too, but there's just so many covers for the Silver Hawks. But then again, there's some more of your Mark Spears, and then here's your Space Ghost Johnny Quest, Space Quest #1. Um, of course, your go-to is probably going to be your Mark Spears, but I was a fan of the. I think this is Mark Bagley, correct? This one right here.
This cover
No,
B.
Joshua Middleton.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Another one to keep your eye on. And I do believe they have a virgin for that. But there goes your virgin Mark Spears. And yes, they do. There goes your virgin or your Joshua Middleton. Let's see. This one's not that bad either. If we're just being honest.
Ben
Your
Oliver.
uh your Ben Oliver, he always does some really nice work. All right, let's go to some more specific things, dude. Let's go look at our Marvel. All right, so you got your all new Venom #6 coming out. The Lucas Wernick is fire all the way over to the right. I do like that Pete Woods too. Um, there's your 1 in 100. Pretty sure that's the 1 in 100 on that. And then you got your Amadeus Cho 20th anniversary special. #1, main cover by David Nakayama. No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. Derek Chu is on your main cover. Let's get back. We won't click shit else. All right. Yes, your David Nakayama. Then your Amazing Spider-Man #3. Your Rose Besh variant.
Amadeus
That
Show
also.
20th anniversary.
Yeah, that David Nakayama over there to the left. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I'm really feeling the Derek Chu on the main cover for this. So I'm just gonna watch it. I got like four of them, but let's see. And then your Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's your Alex Maleev over there to the left. And then your 1 in 25 right here. That's fire too, though. I don't know why we didn't talk about that before, but
Not sure.
then your Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, second printing. You got the main cover right there. Then your 1 in 25 over there by Frank Miller. Deadpool kills the
Is
Marvel
that a
Universe
Perillo? I believe that Deadpool kills the one with him as a Wolfman.
in the middle, or
Yeah, that one.
let's see, David Parator,
Ah, okay.
still fire. But on this book in particular, I'm going for the Simone DeMio. This is their first uh, incentive, if I'm not mistaken, for Marvel. So, because I believe the first covers that Simone DeMio did for Marvel, I could be mistaken, but I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man #1 from like last week. I haven't seen them on any other variants before that, but there's a whole little slew of them coming up. So definitely pay attention to those. I think Simone DeMille's been kind of like one of those sleep on artists until they pop, basically.
Yeah, you'll
All
be
right,
doing the Matrix form before you know it.
and then your Fantastic Four fanfare #1, your main cover is sold out. And you got your Nicoletta Balderi, which is also very nice. That's going to be a part of a whole connecting set. And then again, here's your Simone DeMio on the 1 in 25, which is another pickup for me. And then this one is special too by John Byrne. which is the Hidden Gem variant, which is also another pickup for me. So I hope this book is great. I put a little money into it.
And that's when it's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, on Fantastic Four,
Okay.
the Hidden Gem.
About time they start matching these stuff up with the fucking movies and shit.
Yeah, dude, it is a nice cover. I'm not gonna lie. And then Godzilla vs Fantastic Four, your number one. It did get a second printing. Your 125 is sold out. And then it's Jeff Week number one shot. I know people may have not have been peeping that either, but definitely look out for that one too. And then here again, Simone DeMio on your 1 in 50 for Laura Kinney Wolverine number 6. This is also a fire cover. I just think I like Simone DeMio's work, so all those were pickups for me. And we got Marvel Rivals number 1, the second printing for that book as well coming up. Your Psylocke Scott Forbes 1 in 50. I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with Mel. And then let's see. David Nakayama was on the Star Wars number 1 cover D. This isn't the go-to cover, but I'd mention it just because. So the logo variants are sold out. 6 volumes of this, dude.
Yeah.
All right,
So
and they
David
also
Nakayama cover L.
yeah, is that a
Woo!
1 in 200 or what?
What the fuck?
I think it has to be a 1 in 200 because there's a cover before it by Gabriel Delato, which is 90. So I'm guessing this is the 1 in 100, and then the Nakayama is your 1 in 200.
Jesus.
So it must be something big happening in that book for them to be so many of them. Storm number 8. Shout out to Universe X because we talk about this run currently. But here is your Storm number 8, Yurzik 1 in 50, which is fucking phenomenal. Kind of surprised it's still in stock, but it is what it is. Fire. And then another Ultimate Wolverine number 5, another Simone DeMio cover. Only reason why I keep highlighting this artist, like I said, because I think these are amongst their first covers for Marvel. I think this will be a first cover appearance of Sabretooth as well from this new Ultimate Universe. So watch out for that. Then you got your 1 in 25. I think this was Segovia. Not bad. Shit, there we go. And yeah, I got a couple more right here. West Coast Avengers number 7.
Oh, hold up. Go back up. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Fine.
No, I
No,
actually
you're fine where you're at.
shit anyways.
No, yeah, no, find that cover again if you can.
For
Because that dude's been popping up in a lot of freaking covers lately.
Blue Boat, the one over here to the left.
Second to the right.
That's to the right. Oh,
West Coast Avengers number 7 cover C.
let's see. Yeah, that's your Impossible variant. I think his name is Mr. Impossible,
Yeah.
but he's supposed to be on a few more variants, if I'm not mistaken. I think these are just kicking it off. I think we got one last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So is he a new champion or what the fuck is going on with this guy? I've never heard of Mr.
No,
Boss before.
he is a character. If I'm not mistaken, he was from the Fantastic Four line of things. He works for some super dude basically, and He like has crazy power. He was in the story where you had Compound Hulk. He was part of the reason why Compound Hulk came about.
Okay.
They were all betting and all that, and then he actually damn near convinced them to merge themselves in a way. So he's kind of responsible for that. But that's like one of his most highlighted stories, if you want to say.
Okay. Because there's been a lot of covers I've seen where it's just a normal cover and with a character, and all of a sudden, in the same position as that other character, now he's in that position. So it's been kind of weird and interesting.
Yeah, they probably if I'm not mistaken, they might have something coming up, which is why they keep promoting him. So we'll just wait and see, because I know they have some more of these impossible variants coming. So,
Okay.
and then also I wanted to highlight X-Men this week. Not 110% sure if this will be like their first cover appearance, but the way it is inside the book, it's definitely seems like their first appearance. So that's one to keep an eye on too, and more preferably the Russell Dauterman. If anybody is collecting this set like I am, that's definitely one you got to add to the bunch. So, but I
Shit.
think that's like primarily it for Marvel, because the rest is
Yeah.
trades.
Okay. Yeah, and then you were in the
Annihilation.
Indies. Yeah, you were in the Indies, and I think the first one that popped up was Sister Imperator.
Let me see. What was that under Dark Horse?
You were under the Indies, I think.
Let me see. We
I
got
must have been
Adventure
wrong.
Time #2 coming up. Blade Forger second print. Make sure people watch out for this one too. We saw what the #1 did. That 1 in 10 was like nearly impossible to find at this point. Um, Chamberlain's #1. We talked about this last week. These will be coming up. There's quite a few of these coming up too. Really nice artwork. The metal is sold out, of course. Um, and keep going because I'm looking for your book. Don't Run with Scissors and Creeping Below #3 sold out. Looks like the metal and the cover B also sold out.
Twisted
Man,
fucking
there's a lot
butts,
of
man.
cover for these for them to sell out, and I'm pretty sure that this 17.99 was a hollow flip. Yep. So that one might be a little tough to find too. And then let's see. Here goes the heavy metals. I guess it got pushed back a week, so here we go. We got cover A by Hildebrandt. Another one I wanted to highlight was this
That Palumbo Lovers, David Palumbo.
Fire.
Looks pretty
Um,
good.
yeah, and this one sold out. Tony Moore, Hello Darkness, #10. Main cover by Miguel Mercado. And then, of course, you have your Jenny Frison, also in stock. Then you have your incentive for your Miguel Mercado, which is pretty nice. And this falls under the 20th anniversary Boom Studios thing going on right now.
Hmm.
They also dropped a book today for Free Comic Book Day. Your Rebecca Puebla is sold out. Fucking
Oof.
amazing cover. Keep an eye out for that one. Let's see. Jim Henson's Labyrinth. #7. Tony Infinite. Infante. Sold out. Killtown, your second print for #1. Believe this was a 1 in 25 or 1 in 10 or something like that. That is also sold out. Keep an eye out for that one.
Interesting.
Here we go with your Mark Spears.
Yep, a good
Um,
run of Mark Spear stuff.
I thought this shit came out already. I already have these.
Hey,
Oh,
sometimes stories get stuff before everybody else does.
yeah. So here's your 1 in 25 that I was talking about. Might have to scoop one of those up. Doctor Creepy. Your Killing Joke. Hollow Flip. Pretty dope. Fuck. Gotta get to that right here. Let's
Is that
see.
Mascard second edition?
Up here.
Facsimile edition.
Yeah, Mouse Guard #1. Facsimile edition. Looks about magazine size too. Let's see. Here you go. Pop Kill #3. Your Adam Hughes. Slated for this coming up week. You got your regular cover by Dave Johnson. Keep
Fire.
an eye out for those. Your Robot Girl #7. I'm looking for your Sister Imperator right now, but I think
Yeah, I
that
must have been mistaken because I don't see it either.
must be here. All right, so we'll go ahead and click on the stock two. I want to get that. All right, so far they have up a #1. Um, let's include pre-orders. They might have it up under the pre-order aspect, and they do.
Yes. So it should be number because if number 4 is on FOC, should be number 3. Check number 3.
#3 slated for 5/14, so it got maybe pushed a week.
Yeah, yeah. That's a sign that I'm getting tired and it's time to go to bed.
And I'd suggest people keep a lookout for this book still if they get a chance, and then get ahead of #4. That's on FOC now.
Yeah, it's still bewildering to me that people are grabbing for number 2 versus number 1. Because number 2, once again, she's not a superhero, right? She's a serial killer, right? And then the costume that she's wearing on cover number 2 is just her job shit. She doesn't wear it all the fucking time. So man, it was kind of weird stuff, man. Even
Some of
and
your
yeah, number 1 is also available, so that shit didn't sell out. Go ahead, Chris.
no, I was just gonna say, here's some of the free comic book day books. If anybody, didn't catch them all. Um, the biggest one to me, personally, was actually this Black Mirror. I could not find that some bitch anywhere. And then when I had asked around, most of the other shops didn't get it either. The
Mm,
other one was this Boom 20th anniversary.
yeah,
The Conan Scourge of the Serpent was also gone. Um, this Def Leppard's Hysteria special is another one to watch after.
there's a
Uh,
Diablo joint. I didn't see that shit,
yeah, dude, there was a Diablo joint that
and I
they,
didn't see the Dr. Seuss joint either. So that's fucked.
and the Dr. Seuss. I can get you a bundle of that if you can't order it anymore. Let me know. I'll have an extra one of these. But it was the first appearance of Cat in the Hat, Sam I Am, and the Grinch in a comic book. Also, another one that was tough one to find was Energon Universe. I believe there's supposed to be a first in there. Fantastic Four also had two first appearances in it. They were basically Deadpool and Wolverine crossover characters. Like, uh, it was like Deadverine and Wolverpool or some shit like that.
Mm.
Um, this one also was a big one. Dark Find Your New Fear special. They did a prelude, if I'm not mistaken, to Beneath the Trees or something dealing beneath the trees where everyone sees. So everybody was chasing that one today as well. Um, Over here in the Iron Man and his awesome friends, you had two first appearances in that book. And there is a new puppy that was just introduced as an Iron Pup. So whatever
Huh.
difference that'll make if they ever decide to use them in any type of way, that'll be the go-to book for that. In voices, we had three stories. One included Phantasma, which was a new Ghost Rider introduced. Kahori, Reshaper of Worlds, which was the girl that we met from What If season 3 or season 2, and then into 3, right?
Mm.
Um, Also, this Kagurabachi, um, inside of it, will have the first appearance of Boruto in an American sized comic.
I didn't see that shit either. Mm.
Um, Minecraft was also another tough one to get across today. Toy Box seems to be under ordered as well. I missed this Gundam as well, but fuck. And then another two big hitters today: Planet Zero or Planet Death Zero and Post Malone's Big Rig.
Yeah,
Those were also hot as fire today.
I was definitely checking that big rig shit.
Yeah, definitely. I picked up some of those. We also had a Speed Racer Zero pop out today, along with the Snow Monkey. Young Jedi Adventures, that was another hot one today. And then Thundercats Power Puff Girls crossover. Um, Most of the early birds got that book. If you had to work, you were probably fucked. So keep an eye out for that one. I don't know if it had anything significant in it yet. Um, Tower Dungeon and Isaac Special was a nice little pickup today. They had some nice, beautiful spreads inside of the book, so I'll definitely give that one a read tonight.
You
And
said
then,
spread.
dude, they got a spread in that book. It's like one big ass picture, and it's fucking gorgeous. Um, I got a chance to through some of these before I picked them up. So, Transformers, worst spot ever. I was hearing good things about it. Of course, it's about the Transformer that only turns into a pin, and he doesn't feel like he lives up to his Decepticon hype. So make sure you grab one of those too if you get a chance. But that's all I got. I just wanted to run over the free comic book day books, just in case people missed anything, and that should tie it up for books for next week.
That should tie it up for everything, man. It's like, look, we did talked about Thunderbolts. We did stuff that came out last week that sold out. We did FOC, and you just rounded it out with stuff that's coming out on Wednesday 5th,
Yeah, Wednesday on the 7th.
7th, Wednesday 7th.
And
So
this is one last book, Blood and Thunder #1, The Incentive by J. Scott Campbell. So if you see those, pick them up. That's sold out very quickly.
yeah. All right, that sounds good, man. That sounds like that's the end of us, man. And once again, we will be back next week, week 19, to bring you all the good stuff that's going on FOC and all the other comic book news. Um, that's it, man. We're out.